Welcome to the Gunchannels evening lobby.
One fast.
Oh, AG.
Sorry, are you in the middle of saying stuff? I just saw the link.
Oh yeah, I was just saying, just telling everyone welcome to the Gunchannels evening lobby. This is a PG-13 lobby. Respect, character, and self-moderation is advised. That's just something I usually say at the start of the thing. So.
You watching Clover and Ghost over there ranting?
Yeah.
When you go to some of these websites that are hosting platforms, I love GoStreamer. I love Austin Paul and Ashley. They're great people. To a certain extent, I enjoy some of the feedback. No, not all of it from Full 30, but there are gun too. What Night Strike's doing. But ultimately, these are the biggest echo chambers that there are, which is fine. It's a great place to put our content for people that want to be around like-minded people in a safe environment, a safe platform that's not going to censor it. Beautiful. Go it, do it, all that. But if your channel mission is to bring more people in, and then on the flip side of saying, screw YouTube, I'm leaving, that's because they're lazy. That's because they don't want to play the game. It's because they don't want to fight. If you want to make change and you want to bring more people to our community and you want to show everyone that we're just normal people, then why wouldn't you be on YouTube? Because the people that you're trying to convince aren't on Gunstreamer, I promise you. They're not on Full 30, I promise you. They're on the Facebook, they're on the Instagram, they're on the YouTube.
Man, I went on Facebook yesterday and it was
more people
a
to
mess.
us
Just
and show them
stupid.
that we're normal people and that we're okay to be around. We're not.
I never ever go on it at all. Like the only time is once in a great while. There'll be a certain contest that I'm like, I have to go over there, right? And like hit the like button on their page or something. But even then, I skip out on most contests. It has to be something really, really good for me to even do that.
Because you're not going to change this. No one's going to see you that you're trying to reach. That's just the way it is. And yes, you have to play the game a little bit. Yep, sure do. Anything that you finish it in the end is worth the struggle. There's a great line that the juice was worth the squeeze.
Hey, Night Strike.
And if it's not to you, then we don't need to.
Hey, I'm loving hearing Ghost Tactical in Double Vision. Or is it Echo? I'm not sure when they're playing at the same time. I'm hearing I'm hearing Ghost in stereo. There we go.
Yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, you've got to. It's bigger than any one person whining and complaining. And I realize that. I realize that the efforts in what I'm doing are ultimately all bigger than one person. But then on a more personal level to that, there could be 100 people that whine and complain, but then finding that one person that is
I can't see any of the little pictures anymore.
And understanding and engaging.
Little pictures? What do you mean?
Like Midnight's in there posting them little pictures, I think, right? All I see are squares.
The emojis?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see the emojis.
Yeah, they're weird lately, aren't they?
That puts a video up that's trying to be at any level educational for whatever reason. And anyone that says this isn't the case, then they've got their priorities mixed up. The greatest thing is a content creator that.
Is he posting them from like iPhone or something?
Simple comment.
Because there is one of his that he posted that I can't see.
I agree.
Oh, okay, the watermelon. Oh, you don't know if it's a watermelon. I see one. They're all squares, and then one looks like a weird black and white watermelon.
I don't see the black and white watermelon, but I see all the other ones. One's like an orange and like a cup of juice, and one's some pancakes with like a cup of juice and a straw or something. I don't see the one that's a square. Like it's just a square to me. So I think that it's probably an iPhone emojis, not working good with Windows or whatever, or Google.
Or whatever the case may be. But like you said, if you can change and not even change one person's mind. If you can plant a seed into one person's mind to allow them or force
Ghost
them
in there by himself,
to
I guess.
educate themselves on their own and find their own reasons and find their own conclusions. But you had a little bit of help and maybe helping them down that road. That's what it's all about. To me, that's what it's all about. One mind at a time, one person at a time. No one's going to change the masses. Hell, hip hop isn't going to change the masses' minds.
Well, the game is different. That's what, I get that Hickok's frustrating, and I get the Demo Ranch is frustrating, and all of these different ones that we love to hate or whatever, or hate to love, or however you want to put it. But the game is changed, and it's again, this goes back to the people out there. It goes to the people following and viewing, and I raise my hand because I'm one of them. That they seemingly expect more now. That's not enough. Not enough to get a gun sent to you by Bud and talk about how many rounds it holds and go out on the range and shoot Mr. Gone or go out to the range and blow something up. People expect it more. Those people that are engaged, people that really matter, expect more now. And it's great to see. Great to see that, out there, and that is a level of engagement. I mean, that's not, yes, I get it. That's not turning on the camera, and that's not turning on a microphone and actually doing this, which again, anybody can do it if I can do it. But that's still an added level of engagement. Those big channels don't realize that. They come up in a world where it was about views. It was about some random, anonymous, unknown person just clicking and watching a video. And it wasn't about them having a conversation and getting people to email them and back and forth. I get people all the time, you do too, I'm sure Ghost and many out there, people that'll email me that they've seen a video or they're hearing me talk about this or talk about that, and we'll have an email conversation back and forth over what's the best trigger for this or doing this or competition card or whatever it might be. And you don't get that with Hickok, and you don't get that with Demo. That don't happen. It is a idyllic word.
We're not blaming them for that because it's just they don't have the time to do it. We're not blaming them, but it's the truth. Because
they would have time if they had built that into their system to start with, right? Because that's something that I wrestle with. I think about, okay, if I blew up and even had never enough ammo or Yankee Marshall numbers, right? D-Rep numbers. I don't know, pick somebody, right?
That fucker's trying to steal my numbers. You heard him?
Silver play button play.
Yeah, I heard. He's stealing your numbers, man. You got to press charges.
You know what? I would have to really rally and add extra value to Patreon. I'd get a few more people over there. I would have to work on swag. I'd have to work on sponsorship things. And probably hire somebody to try to help me curate and go through things that needed answers. Communications that needed answers. And I've got the foresight because of how I've come up, how I've built my channel and my brand and my model. I've got the foresight to understand that I will need to be able to do that one day because that's something that's expected. If people contact me, that they expect some type of answer. Now, random, hey, I like this video, give it a heart, give it a thumb, and that's fully you can do something like that. That's cool. But if you've got an actual comment or an email comment or something like that, and somebody has a follow up on a video, or they heard you talk about something and they're fishing for some information, I can't let that slide. I can't just ignore that. Now, when things inevitably slip through the cracks, even if you try to put systems in play to deal with that as a larger channel, yes, I'm sure they will. But all you can do in that case is to assure people that, look, I'm doing all I can. If you send me an email, if you do this or do that, if you don't hear from me eventually, then try to do it again because it slipped through the cracks or something like that. And that happens even nowadays with spam filters and all kinds of other things in play. That kind of stuff, things get lost even nowadays because I've felt bad because somebody emailed me and they're like, I was sent you an email asking this and that, in a live chat. It's like, going through my emails and I can't find nothing. And it's like, I don't even have spam filters set up. So, I don't know what happened, but it didn't get to me. It's like, send it again. When they send it again and it goes through and everything's good. So,
do you guys want to chat about something? I don't have to play this. I'm just playing it because nobody's saying anything.
Yeah, just follow up and all that. But like I said, they come up and they didn't build their model based on any type of engagement. They built their model simply based on just garnering a mass amount of views. That's all they really cared about. And so I think that a piece of advice for anybody out there looking to turn on a camera, turn on a microphone, that's what we're moving to. So make sure that you keep that in the back of your mind, and you set up your email and your contact page, your comments, and all of your other stuff in such a way that it can help you to facilitate that engagement.
Yeah, and G says this all the time. Value, your presence, value yourself. But he also says a lot of times, don't model yourself after anybody else. Now, we all watch different people, whether it's gun stuff or not, but we all watch a lot of different channels, a lot of different creators. And we're going to pull pieces from different channels that we like certain things they do. But eventually we're going to form our own model. We're going to form our own creative niche within our own niche. But more importantly, we're going to create our own personality. And for some people, like you said, for some people, it's important for the engagement. It's important for people to understand that we're trying to help or educate or whatever. There are other people that it's important that they entertain, and that's okay. A lot of people use YouTube as TV now. This is their entertainment. This is what they do at night, and I love that. That's great. Understand that there are people out there that they don't care about you as a viewer. They just want your views. They just want your money. They just want this. They want the people like us that actually try to get to know the viewers as much as we can. We value input. We value everything about it. I think, like you said, that's where things are going, because whether we want to call this or not, YouTube and being a content creator, we're creating our own basic reality TV every night. That's what it is. Some people like different types of reality TV, but that's what YouTube is, especially if you go live. Are there creators out there that I wish they would do more? Absolutely. But when it comes right down to it, that's their channel. That's their mission. That's what they want to do. Yeah, I could wish that X, Y, and Z would do more for the Second Amendment, or would talk less about different things and more about other things. But you know what? I don't like people to tell me how to run my channel. So who am I? I can bitch about it myself or behind closed doors. But I'm never going to comment on saying, I wish you'd do this, I wish you'd do that, or I don't like your opinion on this, so I'm going to stop watching it. Stop watching. Go find another channel. It's like turning a TV channel. It's satellite package with 250 channels. Guys, you get 1 billion different channels on YouTube. Go find a different one. It's just what it is, but this is what it is. This is the new media. This is the new entertainment. This is the new reality TV. This is what it is. And you've got a lot of people out there that are doing a lot of awesome things. And you're doing a lot of people that are not doing awesome things. And you sit there and say, well, why is this guy so popular? There are a lot of variables that go into being a mega channel. The right place at the right time. The right video at the right time. G says this all the time. He's got over 170,000 subscribers. Most of those are probably haven't watched a video of his in years. They don't unsubscribe from him. They don't watch his stuff. So don't value just numbers. Don't just gauge your success by how many views or how many subscribers you have. Gauge your success by the interaction. If you can start up a conversation, you can get people to talk about it, even if it's only 2 or 3 comments, at least that's a real conversation. It's a real thing instead of just, hey, nice video, hey, nice boobs, nice butt. Man, you go to prom with me, that's not real. That doesn't matter. Having a real conversation talking about real things. That's what matters. So if you only have 100 people to subscribe to your channel, and you only get 5 views, and 4 of them comment saying, "Hey man, you really helped me," you've probably changed more. You've done more for someone than a million subscriber channel that doesn't care if they help anybody. That's the reality. That's the way it's going. Is be worried about trying to.
Hey, David.
That's your mission. They don't care.
What's up, guys?
Like you said, it only takes
You want me to shut this off?
make a huge difference.
No, I don't care. Depends on if David jumped in here to talk. Is he out working?
Just on a break from work right now. Figured I'd pop in to see what you guys were up to, but I don't mind listening. I gotta hop off in about 10 minutes anyway.
Got anything coming up you need to talk about?
Man, hello. The hell was that? Not a whole lot. I've got some podcasts here releasing in the next couple of weeks. I've got a few of them that are in the queue to be released. Gonna have hopefully get to the range on Sunday. It's been a while since I've been to the range. I haven't been to the range since I got back from Charlie's, honestly. Just life takes over, man. Life takes over. But gonna try to get to the range on Sunday and try to get 4 or 5 different videos cut. So those are in the airwaves here in the next week or 2. So yeah, I've got some stuff coming down. It's just one of those things where I apologize if my content has started to. So this is my crazy time of year at work. So it's that and other things that are going on. It's just one of those things. But yeah, I've got stuff coming down. The next month is going to be really fun. I've got some cool different videos coming up that are kind of how to put this a little different than what you might be accustomed to. Awesome.
Yeah, I've got there's 20 something in here that was listening. So I mean, thanks for listening to the rant. I expect to see all y'all at 8 Eastern on the live version of Fire on Friday. So again, that one we do that the second Friday of every month at 8 Eastern, and that is for you guys. That is, we bring back someone from the recorded podcast for you guys to ask questions on. So if you don't show up, then those could end. I mean, all of that hinges on engagement and participation, like we were talking about. Interesting one tonight should be, hopefully, a lot of opportunity to ask questions, because we're going to talk with Mark. We're going to talk with Mark from Montgomery County Community College, and he's the director of gunsmithing. So if you listen to that podcast previously, you got some idea of what he does and what they do. But yeah, if you've got any questions about gunsmithing school and gunsmithing courses and things like that, then tonight will be the night that you can get those answers. So yeah, definitely jump on at 8 Eastern time and check that out. So we've got season 2 of Next Generation well underway, so be looking for that on Wednesday as well. And that's really about all I've got right now. Thanks for listening to us rant.
Hey, can I mention one thing real quick before you sign off?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to thank G-Rex. Always thank you. But G has been out there, playing devil's advocate, asking, making weird comments and all that. But he made a comment, and he's joking about this, but he's also serious about it. When we're out there, sometimes it's okay to play devil's advocate. Sometimes it's okay to call each other out in a silly manner. Because like you said, it just makes us better. It makes us think on our feet. And if we can't have a conversation with ourselves, how can we expect to have a conversation with someone that really matters? So absolutely, there's ways to do it, but absolutely challenge people. Make sure that if they're having a discussion and they can't think quickly on their feet, that's something they need to work on. So absolutely, thanks to you for just being yourself, by the way.
Yeah, in my chat, I did put it out there, but my chat stopped, I don't know, maybe an hour into this or something.
That's great.
I just figured there was nobody talking. And so I apologize if I missed anything, because by the time I realized that it was a YouTube screw up, I was so far behind that it wouldn't have mattered. There's no way I could have caught up. So I apologize for that.
You probably don't want to know what was being said about it.
No telling. It's all good. So we'll try to do better next time. Maybe YouTube works better next time. I don't know. But for now, we're out of here. See you at Fire Friday here in a few hours. Bye.
I would like to know who set them off, because that was interesting.
It was obviously you, Nice Strike.
No. I didn't say anything mean or bad about Clover or Ghost. I like Clover and Ghost. So, can't be me. Maybe it was Travis P11. I won't lie. It might have been roll call showing them the door.
What do you mean?
Oh, you didn't see that. Okay, roll call does a show on Wednesday nights called Rants and Raves. I'm usually with him there, but sometimes
I thought I watched your last show.
Yeah, I can't always make it sometimes, so sometimes he's there by himself. And Too Hottie was still commenting on his videos, and Too Hottie said something, really snarky in his asshole-ish way. And roll call literally took his camera, pointed it at the door, and said to Too Hottie, "If you don't like my show, if you don't like what I'm saying, there's the door." He said that, Too Hottie, there is the door. Get out.
That's funny.
Oh man, that was. When I heard about that, I had to go back and watch that, and oh my god, that was hilarious. But yeah, it was good.
I didn't know Night Strike was here. I wouldn't have came.
Love you too.
Yeah, doors open, things happen.
Yeah.
We were thinking about putting up one of them little gates that goes up to your knees or whatever to keep those.
That'll only keep Clover and Ghost out.
Get a cat maybe. That'll keep some of the stuff from running in here.
Yeah, I don't think that'll work either.
So you can just go over to YouTube and click on comments and right click and do select all, and it grabbed a bunch of them. It went back to an hour ago, I think. The 1:21 my time is an hour ago, so it took an hour's worth of comments. They sent there's some video where some guy was just basically ranting about YouTube being jerks, and then at the end he basically said some shit that was super inappropriate, and then Clover started that show with being upset is one thing, but negative calls to action don't help nobody out, and it's stupid. It's basically illegal, and it's dumb. And I think he said he was sick and shit, so he was just looking to vent.
Okay.
And he was sick yesterday, so it's just an attempt to get online, and then it just turned into a bit of a going off of the chat versus what when Ghost jumped in and gave him a couple of topics. They kind of just bounced around with a few topics.
Okay. We have road chicken in here.
I gotta get back to work, gentlemen. Everybody have a good day.
All right, you too, David.
Later, David.
Didn't mean to run Kingpin off. Jeez.
It just turned into a big daytime chat.
I knew
I'm
Gary would be.
waiting for my washer pump to come from Amazon to replace it for the 3rd time.
Oh, no, not the 3rd time.
Dude, yep.
Well,
You understand, man. It's like a whole ordeal.
you know what they say, 3rd time's a charm.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, but you got to do it because I had that same issue with we had a washer pump go out and I changed it. It wasn't no good. And I was like pissed off at it and ordered another one, waiting on it to come in. And my wife's like, no, we're done. Next thing I know, she's like, you need to go to Best Buy. I just bought a washer and dryer. Like, what?
I don't even want to buy another washer, though. I love my washer.
I
It's all
didn't either.
stainless steel, dude. It's like a commercial one, like what you'd find in a laundromat. So it's all like stainless steel tub and everything. And dude, I don't ever want to get rid of that. I'm gonna baby this thing as long as I can, I think. But no, just the pumps they sent me were bad, right from Amazon. They leaked right out of the bearing, like right away, like a part that you don't even touch on the thing. And the original pump that went out, it didn't go out because it started to leak. It went out because it got seized from pillow stuffing, and the shaft stripped out the plastic part of the impeller. So that's the only reason I had to replace it. Wasn't because it was leaking. It was just because it got seized. But 2 pumps in a row from Amazon both leaked, like right off the bat out of the bearing. So I just ordered a 3rd from Amazon that's supposed to be a Whirlpool OEM one, but I've been waiting all week for it because it wasn't a Prime item. So I'm hoping the actual OEM one, like that one, should be a good one. The other 2 were like made in China, like direct OEM replacements, right? Like aftermarket ones. So I learned my lesson to never buy any like washing machine parts from China. Just saying. But my stuff came from Amazon to make up for it. The $60 credit I got from Amazon. $60 wasn't even worth what I've been through, though. Like I have to move this washer out of my house and take it out into the garage, right, where it's all hot and shit. And then I gotta literally take the whole washing machine apart to get this pump out. Like the whole thing. I can't just pop off a front cover and unbolt it, and like it's not like an easy one. Like it's because it's a extra super capacity tub or whatever. There's like not any room to pull the pump out without literally pulling the whole washing machine out, like setting it on its back, basically like pulling the pump out through the bottom of the machine.
Sounds like fun.
Oh yeah, dude, it's like a whole ordeal. Like it's a whole ordeal, dude, to do this. So it's like $60. Like that was worth it for me to do it like once, maybe. This is like the 3rd time. It's like, yay. But I got 458 SOCOM dies and some breech lock bushings and a new 2019 reloading book. So I'm pretty happy. I'm happy about that part, that I got new toys to play with. Now I'll be able to afford to shoot 458 SOCOM. I saw your rifle case video. That was pretty good.
Oh, the floating one? The ATF case?
Yep. That was pretty good. I like how you continue to like throw that thing and even kind of like push it under the water and stuff, right? Like, yeah. You just didn't like set it in there all nice and gentle and like, oh look, it floats, and pulled it out.
I just told Braden, I was like, just jump in there and do whatever you want with it. Throw it around, dunk it, I don't care.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's good. Like if you would have just set it on top of the water, like all nice and soft, and been like, oh look, it floats, and that was it. Yeah. Like,
well, I was actually
you
gonna
did a
drag
good
it
job.
behind. I was gonna tie it to the ski rope and drag it behind the jet ski. But it started to storm right about that time. We had to pack up everything, get the heck off the water. So it ruined it. I was literally going to drag it around the lake on a jet ski. How you doing, Gary?
Eating chips.
Hmm.
Hey, Night Strike. I bought your favorite gun today.
Which gun?
Oh, you'll be really jealous, won't he, Snob?
Yeah, he should be. But he's one of these people that thinks they're not good guns.
Oh boy.
I bought a brand spanking new Glock 19.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh yeah. What for?
Huh?
What for? Filling a gap in the collection, or need something new, or what?
I've always wanted one, and the price was finally couldn't hardly walk away from it. So,
what did you already have? I thought you had a 19.
No, I got a 42. I got a little tiny one.
Okay.
This
So,
is
yeah, I'd be curious to see what you think, because I think the 19 is 100% better than the tiny ones. But since you started with the tiny one, let me know.
Okay.
I just like I said in that text, I think everyone should own a 19. I mean, that's just a staple of a gun.
They had it marked at $4.99, and then they had a sign on the door that said $50 off all Glocks. So I got it for $4.49.
For a brand new, is it a 5 or a 4?
It's a 4.
That's what mine is a 4. I love mine. I had a 2 before that, I think. But it was a 23, the one I had before.
The 5s are hard to find, and when you do, they don't mark them down much.
So
I want a Gen 5. I want a Gen 5 really bad because to me, it's like they made it a Gen 2 again, is what it's like. And the Gen 2 I bought, that's always been like the best Glock for me. So I'm real excited about a Gen 5.
Well, the one thing that excites me about the Gen 5 is that they curved the front of the slide like the 26s have on like the 19s, supposedly. Which is a big plus. Beveled the edges, I guess would be the correct term. So did you tell Dagger to send you a light or what?
All they did was ask me for my address. I gave them back my address, and they said, "Okay, thanks." So I don't know what they're going to send me.
Probably a red dot. You should have told him a light for a handgun.
I'd be all right with that.
Then you could have tried it on this new one.
At least they didn't respond telling me I was too small a channel.
I forgot. I remember Slim saying that now that you said that. I don't know why, unless it is like obnoxious and maybe they just got burned or something.
Going to say 10K subs. That's going to leave most everybody out.
But yet they've sent me like 4 bags and everything. And I've sold like 6 of their bags that I know for sure of on Amazon. That's people that use my link to buy them. So
That's probably why.
The
influencer
Night Strike thinks just because they sent you a bag and because your video of the bag keeps creating sales, that's why they keep selling you new bags, sending you new bags.
Yeah. I mean, they don't know that I'm selling them. I don't guess.
Oh, I bet you they do. Oh, maybe they don't. You're right, because that's Amazon. I was thinking of the other affiliate things.
Yeah.
I think you do tell them, because then they know, where the links come from. They know who to say thanks to. Basically, I don't think Amazon cares.
I don't think Amazon does that though.
No. Well, I shouldn't. Well, I don't know. I don't think.
I mean,
so.
I guess they could, but I didn't think they did.
But I was gonna say I sell stuff there, and I'm not saying I've looked at everything because Amazon's huge and complicated. But I've never seen anything as a seller that told me anything more than the item sold. It doesn't really say where or anything. Maybe I could go look though. It'd be interesting.
It'd be interesting to know if somebody, if they show on there that they, certain affiliate link.
Now, on the other hand, it could be that they sent you that bag. That bag normally sells like 2 a month. They send that bag to you, and then all of a sudden they sell 6 of that bag. You know what I mean? 5 minutes later. Like, that they don't even need a link to know that's what happened. Now, if they sent that bag out to 12 people, then they wouldn't know. They just know they're selling bags.
I just can't believe they told Gary no. And because Obnoxious had like 200 and something, and they sent him the freaking guitar case and 2 other bags.
Right?
Maybe they like orange people.
Yeah.
Orange people.
Yeah, maybe it's the state, like where you don't have enough people in your state that are selling or buying stuff. But they can't. I'm sure that nobody can accommodate everybody who asks.
I would say YouTube. Nobody really cares where you're from. I'm pretty sure my audience isn't mostly Kansans or anything.
Yeah,
I don't know, but now Savior just sends me unsolicited stuff. So
I just figured all of my subs are from Arizona. Tucson specifically, like in my neighborhood. I wonder how that would work if you just made up like a flyer and asked people in your area, hey, go watch my YouTube channel and sub to it.
I don't know, but my Facebook channel, I've got several people now on it that weren't on there from Sports World sharing it and stuff, and they're all local. I was like, oh, cool, a bunch of local people, like 30 or something joined it.
So your wife's even subbing to you now? Is that what you're saying?
Hell no, she won't. I might know a guy, Gary, who could probably hook you up with a pretty nice range backpack if I ever seen you. I ain't shipping a damn thing, though.
I've seen how your shipping goes.
I eventually get it there. Eventually. That's the wife. She bought that. I had nothing to do with that. She bought that for you, and I don't know. It's probably in her back seat of her Suburban, waiting to go to the post office. And she'll probably come home and tell me today, oh, yeah, I mailed that thing to Gary. And I'm like, really? Because I could save money. I could get to send him a holster with it.
Well, you piddled around and never did it. I figured with any luck at all, I'll see you in November.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, so a couple weeks ago...
Shut up, stupid phone. I hate it when you click on a comment and it starts playing your stuff to reply to a comment. I wonder if he meant cool bag because he put call bag. Slim did on that video.
No, that's just Pennsylvanian for cool.
Yeah.
They're just too cool to say the whole name, so they're just like call. That's call, dude.
I put call question mark. Slim's all sending me friend request on Facebook. He's all Facebooky now.
You guys are practically dating, I think, at that point. I thought like if you followed someone on Facebook, that meant like you liked them.
In a relationship, man.
Yeah. Did his Facebook change from single to
I have to go look.
Oh, I saw you came out with a new video for a DeSantis holster.
I saw it did. I seen it on Instagram. I haven't seen it on YouTube. I haven't really been on YouTube. But
I've always liked my DeSantis holsters, like everyone I've ever bought. They've always been like really, really good.
I don't know that I've ever owned one. I may have, but what's that one I have? Package for it's right here in this drawer because I keep seeing it. Does it come in like a clear bag with a sticker on the bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that may be a DeSantis I have for 1911. I don't know where I see that bag all the time. I may have finally thrown it away. It's in my desk drawer forever. That may be a DeSantis I have. Pancake holster. It's a nice holster. I don't know what brand it is, though. I don't remember.
My Galcos have also come in a clear plastic bag too.
No, it's not a Galco.
Yeah, but the Galco has like actual like lettering imprinted into the plastic, right? And it's like their logo on across the whole top of the bag. It'll say Galco. And then my DeSantis's, I don't think have said that. They literally just had a little sticker on them that said DeSantis 4-inch 1911.
I think
that was
it. I don't know. I may have finally thrown that bag away for it. I guess I couldn't get it to find the holster. I don't know where it's at. Probably in my pile of holsters. Couple of holsters.
Well, both my DeSantis and Galco have been marked on the holster too, like branded on the holster. It'll say like Galco, like a little like cow brand type or press at least. They'll press it into the leather somewhere on the back of the holster. They've all said Galco or DeSantis on them, unless they stop doing that. I haven't bought one of those holsters in years, but because they're so good, they just they work. I still prefer that leather over those fancy plastic holsters. What do I care if I get a yellow stain on a hot day on my
Now, Gary, since you own a real Glock, now you have to start buying all the fancy stuff for it. Night sights, trigger bar.
Oh boy. Bet he can't wait.
Fancy back plate and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you get too fancy of a back plate, you try to take it down and then you can't take it down. It's like, why? What did I do? Oh, yeah, that thing.
All my Glocks are completely stock except for sights. And I mean like completely stock. Except for like even the polymer 80s I built have all been with just like regular Glock parts except for the newest one. But like even all my polymer 80s have like Glock barrels, Glock everything. Like just the newest one I made did I go like off the wall and use everything aftermarket. But like all my Glocks have always been stock, and guess what? They've always like worked great, and like they shoot good. Now the extended slide lock, like that's kind of helpful on a Glock. I don't like the factory non-extended like slide lock. I don't like that.
Well, I just don't ever use a slide lock, so it doesn't really bother me. As far as when I'm shooting.
I do mainly probably not like when I'm shooting, but when I'm just trying to like rack the slide and lock it back for some reason, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do it in, but
and stuff like that. In the Glock one, even just trying to manually lift that up, unless you insert an empty mag into it, like it's. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I don't like that factory slim one. I like the extended one. I have two different types. I have the Vickers one, and that one's cool. But the factory extended Glock one that this has that little bump on it, like that works fine. That's all I need. It's just that little extra bit or something to grab onto. Oh, the extended like takedown like bar in there. That's Those are kind of helpful.
He went in there and corrected it. Didn't even edit it, just deleted it and made a new one. Roll call must have went crazy buying chickens and ducks today and geese.
I just saw the one. But...
Oh, there's like 10 posts on Instagram.
Oh, was there? I've been running around today, so I haven't had a chance to be on there all that much.
They're not buying new guns.
When?
Must be nice.
At least I don't spend like $1,200-$1,300 on a gun like some people.
I don't. I ain't bought a gun and I don't know when. What's the last gun I bought?
No, because everybody gives you guns.
Oh, well, looky there. There's Mr. Facebook himself. And his call bag.
We saw that you changed your status from single to now in a relationship. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Doesn't even deny. He's like, yep.
I got to go check it out now.
Yep.
What's going on? It looks like a pretty day there.
I know. We finally, the past couple weeks, it's been humid, it's been miserable, it's been rainy, and today it finally pulled its ass out of its head.
Oh, you're giving me Virgo from being up on that height, dude. Like,
on the third floor.
Vertigo.
Yep.
But yeah, we had flood warnings, and well, in fact, we had quite a bit of flooding yesterday because we had a real bad storm. But today it kind of pulled itself together. It's real nice. Humidity died down a good bit, and I'm like, screw this. I'm gonna go chill out on my redneck balcony.
I thought that was your casting room.
Well, that too. It's multi-purpose.
The black couch stopped looking black a long time ago.
I think they thought it to be a fire escape, but to me, it's multi-purpose. But yeah, it's nice.
Did you just say that you're on a fire escape?
Yeah.
Don't jump.
Yeah. I'm sitting here up on the landing. See, car's way down there.
Is it legal to hang out there? It's for safety use only. For emergency.
I got a railing. Shit, I don't know. But
all right, those legs are just too wide.
Oh, you don't like my my white pasty legs?
No, get a tan on them. Then they'll be a lot better.
Spray tan, man.
Yeah.
Just go to Walmart and get a can of spray tan. A spray tan, right? And use
Where's he gonna get the money for that? You think he's Donald Trump?
What do you mean spray tan? I bet you a can of orange spray paint's a lot cheaper. 97%.
Do it, I dare you. Make an Instagram video when you do.
Cerakote your skin. There you go.
I have orange Cerakote. Come on down. You'll fit in my oven.
God knows you aren't using it on obnoxious stuff.
Hey. I'm gonna get that done this weekend.
Shit, maybe. You are.
It's degreased. It's been in my oven hanging there since I degreased it last week, like the 3rd. So
this is just extra time to let anything you miss, like
yeah. I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
make sure. You don't want to rush those things.
Do you want it done fast or do you want it done right? Like, yeah.
He made the mistake of saying no hurry. I mean, that's just
yeah.
Tell me.
As soon as he said that, like, yep.
Yeah, his rifle's gonna be a pain in the butt. I'm not even looking forward to it. It's got like 8 colors, so it's gonna take some time.
What are you gonna do? Give him the General Lee job?
No, it's gonna look like a striped. What's that fruit striped gum kind of look with like 8 different colors?
Really? The fruit striped gum? Oh my! Wow.
Yeah, he's wanting it to be a. Let me see if I can find a picture of what he's wanting. He's got a snowflake lower he's putting on, or unicorn lower, or whatever.
So I guess you told him no to the orange American flag then. That's good.
Yeah, we don't have any American flags on it. All right, I'm gonna get over here where I can screen share.
Hey, Snob, can you Cerakote with an airbrush?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do this with. Because it's too
We
much
told
work.
you that. That's what all the professionals use, or airbrushes that I've seen.
It's too much work to do it with a gun when you're doing like this. Now, when you're doing the whole base color, I'll do it with a gun.
I've been thinking of getting an airbrush. Trying to figure out like
Do it with try a roller.
Yeah. There's what it's going to look like, something like that. Probably won't look anything like that when I'm done. I ain't never done nothing like this.
Oh hell, that looks like that looks like you gave a 3-year-old a bunch of like that washable paint.
That's what he wanted. He wants the most hideous thing he can get.
I feel bad for the rifle.
Literally, I bought like $229 worth of Cerakote for it. All these different colors. Because I didn't quite have pink or yellow or these goofy colors.
Can't you mix it into new colors?
Yeah. I'm going to mix some of them and make other colors.
What do you do? Just add like food coloring?
No, you just mix them, red and blue together to make green or whatever,
I thought you just used like food coloring, like an Easter egg, and like dipped it in the bowl part way of a certain color, and then like an Easter egg. So you're literally doing it like that?
Yeah, something like this. Just I'm going to base it all white and then airbrush all these different colors on. And the small, we're going to do solid color.
You have to do like something subliminal in there in a couple places.
Well,
right?
I tried to get Angelina to make me a stinking stencil, and she never got around to it, I guess. She's been busy. She told me she was going to make one for him. Just a little surprise. But I have a silhouette cutter thing, and I've got some other paper that's not oven ready, but I think I can still do it. I'm going to do something special for him.
You could print it out real small on just a piece of paper and then cut it out by scissors.
Gonna airbrush a little something on there for him, are you?
I thought I might do him an extra magazine.
I should get proper lawn chairs. I'm gonna sit out here more often.
Oh, looky there. Gary posted a picture of it on the Instagrams.
So, Snob, you gonna go to the auction at J.M. Davis? You said you ain't bought a gun in a while.
Yeah, we discussed that. Me and Gary was discussing that last night, I think. I have problems when I go to auctions.
What, you buy shit?
I buy shit I don't need and pay way too much for it because I get in this habit of just keeping raising my hand because I ain't going to lose because I'm not a loser, not a quitter,
Me, I wait 4 years for something to get to the price, so I'll finally buy it.
Well, apparently some of the guns they're auctioning off have been out of public view for over 50 years.
I would love to go, but I doubt there'll be much I can afford.
I would go just to watch it, if I was close.
Like I said, if I go, My hand will end up in the air.
Take your wife with you, then you won't
Yeah,
be able
there
to
you
buy a squat.
Yeah, she'll hold my hands down.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is I wouldn't be able to go to an auction just to watch. I'm like, if I'm going, I'm buying.
Yeah.
Damn well better have.
I hate
One
going to
have
auctions. Every
too
time I
much
do,
with me,
well, this would be a little different. I always
This
love
is a
going to
regular
farm
auction.
auction.
It online.
This ain't a regular auction. This is
Yeah.
JMD's.
Yeah. No, I go to these farm sales a lot and stuff around here. And they'll be like, oh, look at this big old basket of stuff. And there'll be some few tools in it, like $3. Nobody's bidding on. I'm like, yeah, I'll buy that. Why not? And then I come home and I'm like, why did I buy this?
I bought
Why?
$3 worth of crap.
Carry it straight out to the dumpster and throw it in it.
My dad used to come home with all kinds of stuff when he'd do that after he retired. He loved going to auctions.
Oh, I do too. But it's a bad thing for me. I come home with stupid stuff that I didn't
He had to clean out his garage after he died. My gosh, the stuff he had stored out there.
Need to call the two guys from the TV show. That go around picking through people's shit to find the good stuff.
Hey, you never know.
Well, your husband just died. Do you mind if we root around in the garage? I'll give you 50 cents for this can. And then they're like, this can's worth $45.
Well, Dad was an auto mechanic. I'm pretty sure some of those tools he had in there were worth money.
Well, the funny thing was, I remember watching that show and the prices they were given on what that shit was worth. I don't know if they ever got any of those prices, but they were way above what they go for regularly.
Yeah, but they're catering more to a upscale crowd, or people that know what they're looking at.
The funny thing is you would see where they would put. They wouldn't always put what it sold for. It would be valued at, but very rarely did they put sold for. Like,
yeah,
there was a subtle difference between valued at $500, versus sold for $350.
Well, I remember one episode they were up in Massachusetts, and there's a guy in Massachusetts that collects the old Messerschmitt cars, post World War II, little enclosed trike cars, the micro cars. Oh, I want to meet that dude. I want one of those. But they're huge money. They were trying though.
Never hurts to try.
I've seen them buy some nice fucking shit, and they did pay for it.
Oh yeah, they've dropped some serious money on stuff before.
Vintage motorcycles. Oof.
Yeah, the motorcycles. Damn, they find the nicest stuff. But you gotta that's the thing that people don't realize is how a lot of that shit's reshot and rehearsed out.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is.
It's like the greeting. It's like, or them leaving, them waving away as they drive away. It's like, yeah, you realize there's film crew standing there filming that, so that means they got to come back and grab the film crew.
Yeah,
they are in fact filming a TV
or when
show.
they're driving up. Obviously, the film crew's there before them.
Yeah. Which means they've already talked to the guy because, let's face it, the average person starts seeing a random film crew setting up in their front yard.
I'm sure that's all staged months in advance.
Yeah. Still a cool show to watch and see this stuff.
Well, then I got to go. There's somebody setting up a film crew in my yard. About to knock at the door, it looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
Are they wearing vests with 3 little letters on them?
Yeah.
ATO.
NBC. Yeah.
CNN.
Yeah.
NBC.
I don't know. CNN, I think it would be like, okay, well, might as well give them a good show.
MGM. FOX.
I thought it was PCH.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
Pacific Coast Highway?
No. Publishers Clearinghouse.
They got his giant check for $20 million.
I'll take any fucking size check. Period.
If it's for 20 million, it can be huge or small. He don't care.
I'd walk that bitch right into the bank.
Like, here, where do I sign this?
How big do I got to sign this?
I couldn't fit this in the night deposit box, so I waited till you opened.
Yeah. You guys really need bigger tubes in your drive-through.
Well, on the plus side, I got notified that they finally delivered my gun to my FFL.
Why are you not at your FFL picking it up?
Because he's closed. I gotta wait till tomorrow. But I will be giving him shit for being closed Wednesday and Thursday when they tried delivering it.
Yeah, there's one shop around here that's kind of like that, where he basically, his hours is you have to call and listen to his message that week to see what 2 days he's going to be open, and then usually one of them is, well, I might be open this day, but call first to confirm. And it's like, yeah, I don't ever want to have anything shipped to you because I'll never get it. Like, it's great because you find interesting stuff that he's come across that, like, no one, like, just sits there because no one's never hit it. But like, actually getting to get it can be kind of rough. But,
Gun websites just uploaded a video.
Well, I see
$1.
Travis P11 has a review coming of tacos and French fries.
tacos and French fries. I feel for tacos and French fries right now.
I commented, "Where's the damn review?" He will literally review anything. Matt should just give him his own thing on Discord. Travis's reviews.
There you go. I still keep giving him shit, telling him he needs to do that review of the tabletop. The tabletop review of the tabletop.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, I've been telling him he said he was gonna do it, but he keeps not doing
I'm
it.
not saying I have inside information, but I have inside information, and just you need to keep watching his channel coming up shortly as he moves out.
And Obnoxious is posting pictures of 1911s. I finally figured out he's a FUD.
No, they're nice looking. I mean, they're a bit much for carry, but I wouldn't mind having one of them or all of them.
But they're 1911s.
So?
Oh, wait, you probably have one, don't you?
I have one and would like to have more.
I could never get into the 1911s. I can appreciate the nice ones, like the Dan Wessons, and some of the more themed ones, like the We the People, like Obnoxious has.
You're coming in all gargled. You're coming in all gargled. I have to set my voice filter to commie. What were you saying?
Hey, just remember the commies gave us the season 75.
Yep, you're still coming in clear. I just had to switch it to commie.
Did you see what I sent you?
Yeah, you should ask him if that. You should ask him. Does that mean we're classless? But he probably wouldn't get it at first.
Hey, I'd rather be communist than bulgeless.
So I sent out an email about foul territory, and bloke sent me an email. He said, "Unfortunately, I won't be able to attend tonight. I have class." And I'm thinking, okay, so only classless people go on foul territory.
Just reply back, "Ooh, fancy."
So good. You reminded me of that. So do we have to download something?
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
It's a browser.
No, well, the procedure is you'll need to go to PayPal. I'll give you the email address. You're going to need to PayPal to $10, and then a link will be provided by Gary Livingston.
Yeah, paypal.me/GizzardGary is the address that goes to, by the way.
All right. Okay, so I can do that. I can give $10 to get into that. That'll come out of my $50 participation fee. The fact that to have me show up is,
I don't know. I'm just saying he took the panelist out of the giveaway, which I never participate anyways in the giveaway. You know, he took the panelist out of the giveaway, but then he shows a picture of these brand new stickers. So I think the regular panelists,
I don't even have those yet,
should get one of these brand new stickers I see the picture of. Just saying. Just saying. I mean, I think, you know, we don't get paid a whole lot.
I feel like you're guaranteed to get loot if you don't show up on the panel, and you're guaranteed to get nothing if you show up on the panel.
Excuse me, did I not hand you a patch at Wanamaker? Or a sticker, I mean.
I mean, maybe, but I'm just saying. Actually, you didn't. Actually, you didn't. Actually, I did not. I have not got a Gizzard Gary sticker.
You do too.
I swear to God, I honestly don't have one. I've got a George Grayson cat one. Stacy, you gave Stacy one at Wanamaker.
Hey, you're going on. I don't have any. I don't have a bucket. I don't have anything.
Yeah, Stacy has a bucket.
I've got
a Gizzard Gary patch.
I got less than 20 of those buckets because they're huge. I don't think she made that many.
Those are cool though. But no, I don't have a Gizzard Gary sticker at all.
What'd you do with it? I gave you one.
No, you didn't. You gave it to Stacy.
She claimed she didn't get one. She made me send her one.
You mailed her the bucket. You gave her a Gizzard Gary sticker.
Why didn't she give you that one then?
I don't know. She already stole it, I guess. See, look at my stickers. Or you probably can't see because it ain't zoomed up. But there's no Gizzard Gary. There's a George Grayson cat sticker. Right there above roll call.
That's it. That's the only one in existence. Although I'm working with Angelina to get some made.
You gonna do a Cluck Norris patch? That'd be funny.
That would be a good one.
Practically every patch I have has Cluck Norris on it.
I'm just saying, I think the person that came up with the name should get one if you do one.
You got a whole bunch of free shit. You got a gun. You're the only person who's ever won a gun on Valkyrie.
I feel like I've been listening to a lot of the shows where these things happen, and I feel like I'm not getting enough stuff out of this.
I mean, all I've ever got's a George Grayson cat sticker. So
I know I got a brand new gun too.
Oh shit! Was Dead Horse on? We were almost off air.
He's back.
We didn't even know it.
I'm back. No, Amazon kicked me off my computer. I'm I guess the search was too much for Amazon to handle. My new pump came, the third one that's supposed to be a genuine OEM part, and it's definitely not a genuine OEM part. It's the same as the last two I've got. So I don't even want to install it, right? I don't even want to go no, I wanted the OEM one this time so I don't have this hassle.
Did you ever think maybe the OEM parts came from China too?
Well, the genuine one should have numbers printed on it, right? Molded in plastic.
Chinese.
Go on, send it to me.
It depends, because if it's I've had parts for the machines I've got where I'm assuming whenever they made the first run, they all branded and logoed, it's maybe even serial numbers or something, or parts numbers. But then an old machine where it turns out that this motor will fit 6 different brands and 6 different things because they can just make it fit all those machines, and then you just get different pulleys or different attachment points or something. It could be something like that where they've given up. I don't know how old your washer is, but maybe they gave up on parts and they're like, well, here's a quote unquote OEM, a part that'll fit, and it, like Gary's saying, it's just a shitty Chinese one.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. I'm stealing that. It's a picture of Gunji just holding this tiny little gun. Pinfire small gun. When you carry a subcompact 380 and someone's robbing the 7-Eleven. Not so fast, crackhead. Oh, that's so good.
Oh shit. Something's going on.
They see you're on the fire escape, so they're coming to rescue you.
Yeah, I know. Well, hell,
Are you making fucking bullets on your fire escape again?
No, I gave up that.
What, we talk about Angelina and she just shows up?
Oh, you guys were talking about me?
They're bitching about my distribution of stickers.
What's wrong with it?
Either ain't the right ones or blah, 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 or wah.
All I said was that you're getting these fancy new stickers. I think the panelists should, the regular panelists that are on there every week should
They
probably
haven't even been mailed yet, Slick.
Yeah, and are you even deserving of free stickers?
I'm on his panel every week. I put up with his shenanigans every week.
Voluntarily.
Yeah, that's true, voluntarily.
You clicked the link. I didn't twist your arm or nothing, man. I might have texted you and woke you up a time or two.
Yeah.
And you the same to me.
Yeah, but you were actually in the middle of the chat whenever I texted you and woke you up.
And your point would be?
How is the thing going next year? Is it going to be in the hallway and in that other building? Or is it just going to be in the other building? Or is it upstairs?
It's upstairs.
Okay, so it's going to be where the thing was this year, except that thing is going to be in another building.
It's on like the in the Palazzo Ballroom or something like that.
Where the supplier showcase was this year.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so then you get a booth the size of the supplier showcase.
It's like an 8x6.
Well, you almost got time. You're gonna get a banner made.
I have a banner made. I have a table drop made already. I think we're gonna do like a patch, like a patch trade wall. That way it'll get people coming by, and then maybe like a wide banner, so it's like a backdrop, maybe something like that.
What about like a trained attack eagle on a log, like a big log tree type of thing, and then it would be a patch panel tree, and the challenge is to get past your attack eagle or attack owl to get to the patch tree, the thing, and then that way it's more challenge for everybody.
So yes, there's like a little bit of effort behind it.
A lot of effort. Or you know what? That room is giant tall. Find out if you can like suspend something from the ceiling, and then make it like there's a patch panel, but it's up there. So people got patches up to it.
I'll see if they'll allow my service owl in, but I mean they had all these like particular.
I can't hear you. Can I bring my owl?
They had a bunch of like particulars and shit on the height and whatever. So, yeah, I'll try to put together something cool.
Yeah, I seen Alan Anker made the big time this year.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
2,500 fucking bucks.
Well, that's not bad for SHOT Show. That's not bad at all. So you're gonna.
It's not bad, but
I thought you should do something crazy so that it's the talk of SHOT Show.
Like what?
I don't know, something awesome, like an attack owl. What about a robotic owl, like in the what was that movie, like Clash of the Titans? They had that like robotic clockwork owl. You could have some kind of elaborate clockwork owl that dispenses patches to people or something.
You have to know the secret password so it doesn't bite you and give you rabies.
If you had patches that were unique and then you distribute them throughout SHOT Show with all kinds of Easter eggs and clues and stuff, and then as people bring them back, something happens.
Get a sweet prize. I think I'm gonna do like coupons or business cards with like like if you order however many patches, you get a free mold, but you got to grab them at SHOT Show. And I got to do a new like limited edition patch, but I'm gonna have to get a shit ton of them probably.
I know like every trick on how to distract somebody and grab like way more patches, so we'll attempt on all of those to get free patches.
I'll have to get some kind of security. But yeah, should be cool.
Just get somebody dressed up like the soup Nazi. No patch for you.
Maybe I should get like you know the characters they have walking around like outside, like how they do in Hollywood, like a Buzz Lightyear or a Spider-Man. Maybe I should get one of those.
Have like Diane Feinstein and a Pelosi.
Yeah.
Big rubber Pelosi.
You should get a chicken.
Somebody wants no chicken shot show. I don't even know if that's legal.
You could do your little pirate patch thing. Dress up like that.
Pirate patch.
What pirate patch?
Oh, whatever it is. It may not be pirate.
He thinks he's talking to a whole different patch company.
No, it's on AlanAnchor.com. I don't remember what it was.
I don't have anything with it.
Oh, I thought this was Dan Paulina from.
You talking about the Patriot patch?
Is that what it is? Is it a Patriot?
He's a fucking Minuteman.
Oh, it looks like a pirate.
A pirate?
Okay, so a long time
Maybe
ago.
I've never looked at it that close.
Dear God,
A
you guys
long
need to
time
walk
ago, like over
inside to show the
200 years
patch.
ago, we had this war called the American Revolution.
Let me go look at this again.
That's where the pirates kicked the shit out of the British.
We're a nation of fucking pirates, apparently.
Hold on, I'm going to look. I'm going to prove
Making
my
me
point.
walk inside for this.
Well, you could have him dressed up as this bag of something.
Here, are we talking
He's
about this?
dressed up in period clothing for a fucking Minuteman, like a Continental Army outfit.
Talking about
Okay,
this?
What? Hold on. I'm on the wrong screen.
But
Yeah, the pirate patch.
But seriously,
I'm not a
the eye
pirate.
patch and the eye patch and the parrot are what gets confusing.
Yeah. Well, it did kind of look like he had an eye patch at first. Just saying. This is big eyebrows. He needs to trim those things.
I mean,
That looks like a pirate hat too.
how?
I mean, it's a tricorn.
I
so
let me
a lot of
live it.
people-
Let me vast in my infinite knowledge here and shut up. Okay.
Have you ever heard of Ben Franklin, the famous
Do
pirate?
the T-Rex. All right, just
You
forget I even
live
said
free or die, arg.
it. That's exactly it. Just forget I even said it. Just do the T-Rex.
Because
I gotta make like 6 challenge coin designs so I can have those on display and display all the fucking badge patches and shit we do. That way, because I know that a lot of cops go, and that's pretty good.
Now, what's this I hear about using a drone as a giant claw?
Flying around snatching at people.
Oh, I was going to say, hang your patch panel from the ceiling and tell people, okay, here's the drone. You want one? You'll get one.
that'd be kind of cool.
Well, then they would just take the drone straight up into it and knock a whole bunch of them off and break your drone.
Yeah, they would just use the blades to like knock them down, and then
No, you see, you program the drone so it will only go so close to the panel, and if they keep trying it, it just dives bomb right at them.
So it's just like playing the claw machine.
You could have like a patch panel that's big, like you know how the other company already does it because you're copying off of them. Take
Right.
that patch panel, but then here's how you make it a challenge, a challenge of skill, because they're only copying off of ITS. ITS has had a swap panel forever in the back corner there. Anyway, you make a big panel, and then you can't go anywhere near it. There's like a line, and then you have to wing your patch, and then the closer you get, the better the patch you get from you, right? So if you hit dead center, you get some like rare one, and the farther away, then you know you get different patch that's more common or something, or different colors or something. And then that way, when they're up there, people see like how good people are at winging patches. Maybe then you can let little kids get closer, perhaps.
Like a carnival game.
Or maybe people that shoot 9mm could go like 3 steps closer because of their
weak wrists.
Their difficulties, their challenges.
Somebody must be out of rehab or out of prison. They're posting on Instagram again.
Who?
Hottie.
No.
I thought he was gone.
Hashtag who cares?
Yeah, really.
I don't even know why I still follow him.
That's a good
What's the
question
habit?
right there.
Unfollow.
Because Snob likes drama.
Uh-huh. Well, he hadn't posted nothing in forever.
I just thought Snob liked booty pics.
I'm a shill for corned beef hash and yoga pants.
This
Snob
some
likes
type of
that
new
men's
cooking
style.
method you discovered, Dead Horse, or just like them
Yeah,
both?
definitely a new cooking method. Definitely. Yeah, someone in yoga pants cook you corned beef hash.
I just prefer corn-fed beef. I'm just saying.
Beef. I could go for a burger right now, actually.
I went to Denny's last night, like super late. Like I did, like after the bar crowd even, and I had some of the best food I've ever had.
Oh,
Like,
I don't believe it. That sounds like
Was
I
perception-altering chemicals involved in
No,
this?
it was after the bar crowd, so it was like literally like we were the only order, right? And like the best chicken fried steak skillet I've ever had that like at Denny's. I'm just saying. Like that guy hooked it up fat and he did a super good job. And my woman even got like a peppercorn sirloin or something. And even that was actually cooked like medium rare and like good. Like it was not bad at all. For Denny's, it was not bad.
Downtown or out by you?
Out by me.
I would try going there again then, because it is possible that there's just somebody decent that works there, right?
Yeah, it was this new cook guy. I'd never seen him before. It was actually two new guys, a new waiter and a new cook. And I swear they could probably be brothers. And like it was some of the best service like I've ever had and best food. And we weren't even drinking. Like it wasn't even like, oh, like we're drunk, we don't even know what good food is. It's like I was completely sober and no, it was awesome. Absolutely awesome. I was like, holy crap. I can't believe this is Denny's.
Maybe it was Denny himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, what?
You got any money left after buying that new gun?
Why?
Because Taurus just released, they're now shipping the Taurus TX22 in olive drab green and flat dark earth.
Snob got one each from his shop.
They don't sell Tauruses. Come on. They really
The correct terminology is Torai.
It's true.
The more you know.
I really kind of want one of those TX22s.
They had one in the store, but it was not the TX22, the TH9. They had it in the compact.
In the colors. Why didn't you buy that too while you was there?
Because I ain't made out of snob money.
Should have never given him that endorsement contract for Diet Snobberry Soda Zero.
You've bought two new guns since I bought one, Gary. I don't even want to hear it.
That's like sour grapes to me.
Yep, I agree.
Vote.
Salty snob.
Well, snobberries are kind of sour to begin with.
I just want to get my gun off layaway. That's all I want. And the wife.
What did you get?
I've got a 320. I found used at a pawn shop cheap. So
You found it cheap, but you put it on layaway.
well, I didn't. I was buying. What was I? Oh yeah, I was deciding I was going to do a polymer 80 build right then, so I didn't want to spend the money. Now I haven't even done that. I just put it on layaway so it wouldn't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, free layaway.
A likely story.
I'm poor.
So who took advantage of the Olight sale?
Oh, I didn't know they had a sale. Huh.
Yeah, I didn't know they had one either.
Don't they always have a sale?
I didn't hear anything.
Two of the PL Mini Valkyries for like $108. A black one and an FDE.
So these were flashlights, not the Valkyrie. Oh, wait, those are the PL2s I'm thinking of.
No, these are the gun ones.
Yeah.
Or I think you can get a single one for like $67.
Who's swimming? Angelina?
Yeah.
Don't be hating because she has a pool of water where it should be and not everywhere else.
Don't worry, the next earthquake will empty the pool for her.
Yeah. She should be working, designing her SHOT Show booth, but instead she's swimming.
It's hot.
How do you know that swimming doesn't get her creative juices flowing?
It does.
Plus, the law of averages would state that if we start talking about her SHOT Show booth, eventually we're going to give her some kind of idea, and therefore she doesn't have to work as hard.
That's why she comes in here, so it's easy.
G-Web's already gave her an idea, and she just chickens out and won't go get an attack owl.
I didn't chicken out. I said I'm going to check into an attack owl.
Yeah, she hasn't not gotten an attack owl.
True.
Besides, it might be better to have a whole bunch of baby, whatever the hell equivalent of a kitten owl is. And then
owlets.
Yeah, owlets. And then, people come up and pet them, right? Like, oh, look at these. And then you get them with a sticker contract. Oh, you want to pet these owls? No problem. Just buy 50 stickers. Buy 100 stickers.
Just put a nice little sign up there. Warning, baby owls may bite if you do not buy a sticker.
You can come pet the baby owls all you want, but we're going to let go of the mom if you don't buy a bunch of patches and stickers.
No order? Oh, sorry. No fingers. You could just
free patches for no orders? Okay, yeah, Mama Owl over there will take care of you.
You could just get Marshmallow and put her in front of your booth, Angelina.
Oh my God.
That would draw attention.
It totally would. She's lovely.
I'd like to use that as some sort of scam to get her in there. Be like, oh yeah, this is a booth. This is a necessity for some booth. She's going to be displaying like some vest.
Mm-hmm.
Get her a service dog vest off Amazon. Angelina can just pretend she's blind.
I ain't buying nothing off of Amazon. I'm shelling that stuff out. You paid to have a vest on that dog.
You need tax phone number?
I have a tactical vest for the white dog. She likes to wear it when she comes to work.
See, I just made a phone call and praised about the food I got last night to the manager. And yep, I feel all good now.
Leave a Yelp review, man.
Manager was all appreciative, all I ever hear about's the bad.
I was gonna say, he's like, I've never heard anyone praise Denny's food. What?
No, they said that the cook last night.
Excuse me, sir. Are you under the influence of alcohol, marijuana, or methamphetamine?
They said that the cook last night was they've been working with him for a long time. Like he started out there as a dishwasher, she said. So he's been working there a long time, I guess. But
maybe he's a company man. He's gonna make it better.
Hey.
He's going to go back to being a dishwasher now.
I'm hoping.
Dude, I've never seen the cook come out from behind Denny's to do refills and bus tables and stuff like that when there's just two people. Because late at night, at least at this one, there's only two people, the server and a cook. I've never seen the cook come out to work out in the thing and stuff and out there for the server.
They shouldn't
need to.
They shouldn't need to. There's enough stuff to do front and back to keep both of them busy, but. Who knows what the situation was? Maybe somebody wanted to leave early or something, or somebody it was new. Maybe the other guy was new.
I think the server was new. Is what I think. I think the server was definitely totally new.
But normally I don't like going in the night. When I used to do kitchen stuff, at nights is when everything's in saran wrap, and even if they got the best of intentions, it's not middle of the day when everything's just good and you're going through product and on the end of at nights and stuff, you get the end pieces and the last two scoops they just didn't want to throw away, so they're going to leave them in saran wrap in the refrigerator and then that kind of stuff. I don't like getting that stuff out of kitchens.
Come on, the ends of a loaf of bread are the best part.
I'm just saying, depending on the place. Every place is obviously different, but if it's a bad night crew, they're just, I don't want. You can imagine. There's just
people who are the management are Yeah, we need you to work, but we don't want you to be seen in the light of day. So,
But when you find somebody who's awesome, I mean, I find it when I don't eat all that often, but like when I was doing the bacon pancakes or the chocolate chip pancakes thing, I was eating out more. And yeah, you find every once in a while like somebody who's just old and knows, value, like takes pride in their work. You could say like makes good food, even though they probably could get by without. Those are usually your local places, though. Every once in a while, you find them like in Denny's and shit, though.
Well, that's my thing. I always, if we go to like a regular diner for lunch or something, I always try to find the section where the old 50-year-old blonde that looks like she smoked Virginia Slim since she was 15. She's going to be the best waitress out of anyone in there. You always go to her table. She will work her butt off.
Well, she won't have to, right? She'll anticipate everything. She'll know what you want.
Yeah.
Or you just go to the same place and order the same thing for 5 years.
Well, that works too.
So, apparently, debate going on. So, Twizzlers or Red Vines?
I'm going to say Red Vines all the way around because they're not stuck together in the center like Twizzlers are. They have
Sweet
better
tart
flavor.
roast.
Red Vines because you can use them as straws.
Red Vines if they're fresh, yeah. If they're not all hard, when they're still like nice and soft and fresh, yeah.
But I hate to tell you, but when they go, they're about to break into Area 51. You're going to find out. But all of that is just alien poop that they run through a Play-Doh extruder and then sell it to help pay for Area 51. So it's all alien.
Oh, well. It tastes good and hasn't killed anyone yet, so. But if we're talking just licorice, not like the licorice strings or ropes or that. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I think it's wallaby licorice. I think it might be a regional thing because I think it's made up in Perm, which is
made
a couple hours north of here.
No,
it's like really good, like soft licorice chunklets. Pieces are like the size, are about as big around as like a nickel, or maybe like an inch or two long. Super good, especially their watermelon and their traditional black licorice.
Ain't no love for Twizzlers, damn.
I'm all for those guys going to Area 51.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. Except they should go like the long way through like S4 down south, just like a couple other people have done before, and then they all die of cancer just several years later because it's still so radioactive. So, yep.
Oh, is that where they tried?
That's where they did actual nuclear bomb tests. Yeah.
No, I'm trying to remember if it's the one where they did the plowshares, where they were trying to figure out. Oh, hey, if we were wanting to excavate, what was it, McMurdo Bay in Alaska, we need so many kiloton device at such a depth, and they needed to be like another twice as deep as they were, and it just kind of ejected all that irradiated dirt.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I just know they did a bunch of nuclear testing out there. Several different bombs like they did out there. And then some guy, a real famous guy, like walked through there like a week hike, right? And walked through that whole area to like prove Area 51 and all this stuff. And then he ended up dying just a couple years later of like severe radiation poisoning and cancer. Like he was like messed up looking, man, like that, just from that week hike through that area. And this was like back in like maybe the early 90s or late 80s when he went and did that. So it wasn't that long ago.
They didn't stop doing in-atmosphere testing out there until like 95, I think. No, those are 380s. I don't want 380s.
All this food talk made me hungry. I had to tell my wife to get me Subway.
I'm having sloppy joes.
No, I think I might have just found the newest iteration of crack in a cardboard box. Apparently, Cheez-Its now makes buffalo wing flavored Cheez-Its.
Yeah, I don't like buffalo. I like chicken and biscuit crackers though.
Okay. That sounds really good. I wonder if that's like the Buffalo Ranch Pringles.
No, these are like just straight up buffalo flavor. They're not like the first handful. Yeah, they got some really good flavor, but after the second, they don't have quite the punch, but they still got that kind of a tangy without being like overly vinegar flavor to them.
Might have to try them.
Now the question is, do I want to go outside and keep breaking in that 12 gauge or shoot my precision 22?
22s are awesome.
Okay, here we go. Here's a part box of Federal.
Next month is Anti-Terrorism Awareness Month. Y'all getting ready?
It's what?
So is this being aware of efforts towards anti-terrorism, or being aware that there is terrorism and being anti to it? I'm kind of confused with that.
That's the same thing. So yes. National Waffle Day is August 24th. That's coming up. Getting ready for that. Waffle Day, maybe a sale. Yeah.
I'm talking about food. Waffle versus pancakes. I vote waffles. Go.
Waffles. If they're homemade waffles.
Wait, hold on. What happened? I didn't hear all the question yet.
Question is, since we were doing this food stuff, the question is waffle v pancakes, and I voted waffles.
Waffles.
Waffles. Waffles. But French toast trumps both of them.
Waffles are sort of European. That's my problem in that, but I'm going to give it to waffles anyway because they're pretty awesome. But the square
kind. I like waffles because they're crispy.
I'm both for the square.
Exactly.
Pancakes, it's like you eat a couple of them, and the first they're good, and then you get in. It's like especially once the syrup gets into them, they get kind of like that pasty, and it's like waffles stay crispier longer.
Pancakes
I
are
can
only
usually
good
eat
with
like
peanut
one
butter.
or two of like the plate-sized pancakes before it just kind of gets to be a little much. Not like, oh, I'm full. It's like, oh, this is kind of a little too much of what I've been eating, kind of thing.
You can always stop eating though.
Well, I could, but taking pancakes home in the to-go box isn't.
Just don't get them all
gross.
Really
an option.
Leave them naked, and then take that half that are naked home. Get them all gross at home. That's the only reason that they get killed.
I'm ready for Anti-Terrorist Month.
So, is Angelina still in here? Is Angelina in here?
Yep.
I'm going to teach you a thing on the phone that's private because I don't want the rest of these people stealing it.
Okay.
Where are the terrorists at? I'm ready.
Up your butt.
Oh,
no,
shit.
Those are the butt pirates, not the butt terrorists. Butt terrorists were wiped out in the Great Sharman Scare of '87.
Lana, I'm ready. I haven't shot this thing since Pelosi made her stupid little statement.
Didn't that lady just have a nervous breakdown already?
I know, like, I don't
BRB.
Don't really wish evil on, or like wish, harm on her, but it's like, damn, lady, like, time for the home. Like, you're very clearly mentally not fit to the general public.
An AR-10 carbine?
What?
An AR-10 carbine, or is it just your camera that's making it look stretched out?
Probably just the camera making it look stretched out. Standard Ruger AR 5.56. 0 per 50.
Man, Ruger just likes doing their own front sight casting, don't they?
Yeah, so the reason I picked this over the Smith, they tweaked it to make it their own. Like, the nice thing about this Delta ring is instead of needing a tool, you can just grip this and you can remove this shit without a tool, which I guess comes in handy. They took the standard, like, A2 grip, fattened it out a little bit, makes it feel a little bit nicer in your hand because it's, like, swollen out. Feels real nice. They did something. They tweaked the A2 bird cage apparently to make it better.
No, that's just a regular Ruger flash hider. It's that same pattern that's been on the Mini 14 for decades. Because it's open all the way, and A2 would be closed on the bottom.
Yeah. So basically, they put their flash hider on it instead of a standard one. So there are some tweaks, but I like it, and I changed the button stock on it because I don't know, as much as there wasn't anything wrong with it, the whole, like, shaky, wobbly thing I just couldn't deal with. I'm like, fuck it.
Now, there's much better butt stocks for not a lot of money than the standard M4 carbine stock.
Yeah, I know. So I put this on, and it accomplishes its goal. I don't mind this. Like, everybody switches these. I mean, the only thing I wish is I want to put a light on it, but other than that, like, I got no problem with this standard handgun.
Yeah. I don't know, who was it? Like Fab Defense or somebody makes like the kind of like rail saddle mount that you like screw into the vent holes of your standard handguard, and it has like rail sections, 45-degree offset.
Huh, I'll look at that then. Because, like, I've looked at some of the other handguards, and a lot of them are free float. And it's like, you know, for this, I mean, I don't really need a free float handguard. It's carbine.
Yeah, no, could always get the old standby Mo foregrip, or you can get one of their SL slimline forearms. I got that on my 11.5-inch pistol upper, and it's real nice. But then again, I like kind of the thinner handguards.
I gotta say,
has anybody played with one of the new Magpul stocks? They're incredibly tight going onto the damn tube.
Are you talking about that one that looks like some kind of space gun?
No, just the, you know, your standard Magpul M4 style stock. I think it's the SL line. They did away with one of them because they brought in a new version of it. It's like incredibly tight on the damn tube. Like no play in it. Let me see. This is the Mo SL. Originally, I was looking at the one that had the little lock. That you could lock it in place to tighten it up. This thing doesn't need it.
oh, wait, that's been out for a while, hasn't it?
Yep, they tweaked it and they made it super tight fitting to the tube now. Like, they used to be shit and wobbly. This thing is like
That's neat.
tight. Yes, I am a Magpul whore. Though I couldn't find the damn green foregrip to pimp it out.
Yeah, I remember when I first got the game on, I was all like, I'm gonna put all the cool shit on it, and then I started like paying attention. I'm like, you know, Maybe
No, because it's so easy to turn it into a Gucci gun.
Yeah, like maybe it's just good as is. Like maybe it doesn't need all these weird things. Like it needs a light and a sling, which I still haven't done, but sling, it just goes into the QD mount, so it's not like it's that
And
big
how
a
long
deal.
have you had your AR?
Could you repeat the question?
How long have you had your AR?
I'm kind of ashamed to say.
Well,
a sling is the first thing that should go on your rifle, even before an optic.
No, I like the irons. I wasn't planning on putting an optic on it because it's only a carbine. All right, let's go because I'll see.
You got tires to buy.
He obviously doesn't go to the Church of Jeff Cooper.
I know optic are better. Okay, so the review I did on it was 3 years ago, so probably 4 years ago.
I saw your DeSantis holster review today, by the way.
Yeah, what'd you think? Crap?
Pretty good. It made me want to buy one. They should have given you like a coupon code to give people.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that. I'm like, I should have said, hey, is there like, But, well, the funny thing was, like, I emailed them on Tuesday because I'm like, oh, I'll send them a copy of it before I post it. And they never got back to me, so I just put it up. And they liked the video on, like, the thing on Instagram. They liked the post that I put it up. So I'm like, well, guess they're good with it. But I've gotten way better at doing holsters. Like, I remember in the very beginning, like, some of my early stuff's total garbage. But, like, I realize people want to see you wearing the holster and see how it conceals and shit like that. And once I picked up on that, I'm like, oh, this is easy. So, like, that's the nice thing about doing it at my workbench is I can show what it looks like and then actually show me wearing it and all that.
Crotch shot?
Yeah, I know. I always joke about the crotch shot, But it works.
I'm going to the post office now.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah. Well, I had a swim break, so that was nice. It was hot as shit.
You're relaxing, tranquil, chill before the aggravation of United States Postal Service.
Luckily, I won't have any. What are you fucking doing, bitch? Are you getting over or are you staying there?
Not even finished saying it.
Are you a moron?
Wow.
Not even finished saying it. You're already experiencing the aggravation of going to the United States Postal Service.
It was some fucking moron drifting between two lanes, looking like they were going to get in the turn lane, but decided they were not.
I had that this morning driving.
I feel like she was just sitting in a pool a second ago, got up, just walked over to the car, sat down, and is heading to the bank as if that's appropriate in California.
Yeah.
Seems normal.
I put on dry clothes before I got in the car.
Yeah. I had that this morning driving home. This guy in this Porsche, like we're in the right lane, he's in the left lane, right? And like the road's splitting, which they do that weird thing in PA where I don't know, California, where like the road will split weird. And this guy's gonna go, I guess he's gonna go left, so he like starts driving down the middle of the road, like in front of us. It was like he sped to get in front of us, and I'm like, fuck it, I was already doing over the speed limit and wasn't going to go any faster. And he like speeds in front of us and then starts driving like down the middle of the 2-lane road. Just like no signals, no nothing, just chilling down the middle of the road. I'm like, more power to you, buddy.
What a cocksucker.
Like, you stand in Thurman, you don't want anybody in front of you, fine. Hope you don't see a cop. But I was going I'm taking the right fork anyway, which is why I was in the right lane. But yeah, people are weird.
That's one way to put it.
I was being politically correct, which I don't do often. And frankly, I don't know why I was politically correct, but I figured do it once every 6 months and keep it there just in case.
Wow, what the hell's in this one? All right. This is not a parking spot. Ugh.
If I didn't know better, I'd say she was in Massachusetts. That's how frustrated she sounds.
Could you imagine riding in traffic with her?
No.
It'd be funny as hell.
I don't have road rage. I'm just commenting on.
Really?
You should hear me driving home from work. Like the fuckers that just pull out randomly in front of you and then just look at you and give you a dirty look, and like the interesting and creative things you come up to say to these people. I surprise myself sometimes, honestly. Should do like a. We should get all the Gunchannels people, and we'll give them like a place they have to go that's an equal distance away for everybody, and you have to film yourself driving there and back, and like you have to drive like you would, like you can't,
Like everybody
and
has
we'll
to
see
drive
who has the
700
worst.
miles. Everybody has to drive 700 miles somewhere and then 700 miles back.
No, like, like 10 miles, but it has to be in normal traffic. Like you can't be, I'm gonna take some back route somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Like you have to be in town or something, and we'll see who can get there with the least amount of cursing and aggravation, and we'll award points for it.
I can. Tucson's pretty mellow.
What's going on now? Driving where?
He's going to give some kind of
We're
an
gonna do
award to whoever can drive 10 miles with the least amount of stress.
I can do that in my sleep. I probably won't even meet a car.
Yeah, see? You're going to be paying out big time.
So the funny thing is, like, earlier, like, what was this, early in the week, like, you had the two guys following each other in these cars, and, like, they were going up to each, because they were in town, so it was, stop, go. So they would, like, they were just running the stop signs randomly. Like, they would, as they would be coming up to it, do the quick look left, look right, make sure that there's no cop, and didn't matter if there's anybody else sitting there, but make sure there's no cop, and they just went through it. Like, casually to be. And I'm like, nice. Like, that's one way to save your brakes.
I don't get stressed out when I'm driving. I just get angry. But I'm not even angry. I just think everyone's a fucking dildo.
Frustrated?
See, but dildos are useful. These people are useless. Like, genuinely useless. I'm surprised my Wi-Fi reaches out here. Hell, maybe I'll start filming video from out here. Like, set up a little chair and everything. Filming from the balcony.
Ever heard of safety?
No,
Fire exit. Not a porch, it's a fire exit.
It is a porch. It's kind of a porch. It's very porch-like. See? Nice railing. 2 railings, actually. The main thing and then a little railing. And then, yeah. Goes all the way down there. And there's... See?
Do you ever use that as an entrance and exit to your apartment?
Like, occasionally if I'm working on my car, and I know that like this locks from the inside, obviously. So like I can't like enter it if everything's locked up. But sometimes I have.
Every time you walk out there, you have to walk all the way down those stairs, around the front of the building, up the stairs, and into your front door because there's no lock on that back door.
Yeah, like I have to, like if I was bringing in groceries and just got home, I'd have to go along here, go to the front of the building, go up, and then come up the 3 flights of steps. So occasionally if I'm working on something, I'll just use this. When I moved in, I used this a lot because I could just park on the street over there and then just walk stuff up here and pass it off to somebody. But not often. It's nice being in the springtime and stuff. And now, when it's not miserable and humid, today's a really nice day because you can just sit out here. But
are you in constant fear that anyone below you could at any point start a fire and you'd be engulfed in it because that whole place is nothing but fire hazard?
It's brick over, I believe, block. So it's a pretty solid building. It's old architecture. A lot of that in PA. Like that's brick, real brick, not that fake stuff they put on the side of.
Dude, you could put a zip line out to that tree over there, and then just another zip line down to your car.
I could. I thought about like doing that, like having something, like even like a wash line or something. Like that'd be kind of neat.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Do you want a pair of sunglasses? A wide brimmed hat? Look who came out of the basement. Let's turn down the light. You shouldn't be showing that stream of being outside. It's going to hurt his eyes.
It does hurt my eyes. It's too damn hot outside. It's 103 today.
Ooh, beautiful. Never understood what people saw.
No, somebody just woke up from a week-long bender.
103, man. It was crap.
See, he went down into the Discord, passed out. Everybody forgot he was down there, and he woke up like a week later, had to climb out of there by himself.
Yeah. So when are you going to buy that Winnebago?
That one's pretty good.
That thing was sick.
I'm going to drop Big Trubbit eventually, but I'm going to change the stripe so it's not a complete rip-off of it, but that stripe is pretty wicked.
That's sick. Do it in like 18 colors. Scott, did you get your gun?
No.
What's the holdup?
My FFL was not open Wednesday or Thursday. And I didn't get over there before he closed tonight, so I gotta go tomorrow morning.
You need a new FFL.
Oh, believe me, he's gonna hear about it.
One around. The one that has the range, it's nice because they're open till 9, which is real nice. What sucks is Saturday, they're only open till 6. And like Monday, when I usually would like, oh, hey, I'll go hit the range, they're only open till. Like, why won't you be open till 9 on Saturday? Everybody's day off.
You raggedy bitch. What are you doing?
You missed it yesterday, Sean. We had a rare reunion.
I saw Smeggy. I saw that Neo-Californian. Bet he went full vegan too, right?
Probably.
Drives a Prius now.
He had a few minutes between some kind of hot rock steam yoga and his knitting class.
God, a snowman in yoga pants, that's a haunting thought. Be all lumpy.
He says he's having some difficulty because they're cold shaming him in that hot yoga class, but you know, it's all about being him.
On the plus side, Sean, I did already get my replacement grips.
Which one? Okay, Out of the gun you bought, did it have the Hogue or did it have the stock one?
Had the Hogue.
Did you get a new Hogue?
Yep.
You actually
21
got-
bucks on Amazon.
Oh, on Amazon. Okay. I ordered from Hogue directly one time, and it took them 6 weeks. And I was pissed. And then they made a mistake, and they sent me 2 of them, and I stopped complaining immediately.
Maybe that's why they sent you 2 of them.
No, it had someone else's name on the label.
Oh, so it was a legit screw up.
Yeah. I was like, oh, sweet.
That's probably what happened to your grips.
I was like, an extra 500 Magnum grip. Sweet.
Nice.
No, I got to clean my car tonight and tomorrow, and then I got to turn it in tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, your lease is up?
Yep.
You gonna get a real car now?
No, I'm going to turn it in for the same thing.
What?
What do you have?
Subaru. Not a Forester. Not the lesbian mobile.
There you go.
What are you getting, that WRX thing?
No, I got a Crosstech.
Oh.
You should trade it in for a Legacy.
Ugh.
Those new ones are
All
awesome.
you hipsters love your Subarus.
The freaking Legacy is huge now.
I know. It looks good now.
It's huge.
Just tell them that all Subarus are gay.
I got a 4-letter word for you. Snow.
Somebody had to say it just to start some, the troll being in a room.
Scott can't take a ribbing from a guy with a V6 Challenger.
Why shouldn't he need a V6? He already has an S10 with a really big engine in it. Why do you need two?
When's he gonna sell it so he can buy a crate of that Charger of yours?
Because he's not allowed to sell it.
Well, I would turn this in and get a taco, except have you looked at the freaking prices on leasing a taco?
Yeah, those are rip-offs, or what those are.
Or the new Ranger.
Not as bad as every time a hurricane attempts to show up, they want to jack up the gas prices for no reason. So.
Oh, I have a motorcycle, so summertime.
And I don't think they lease those V6 Colorados yet.
I'm waiting for the diesel Ranger.
They still have the V8 Colorados, don't they?
They
No,
were
I
a
think
5-cylinder.
they're the 6-cylinder. Yeah, they had a 5 and they had a 6.
They have an 8.
Never seen it.
Let's see. Oh, you can lease a Colorado diesel. Not too bad. I don't know. My next car is going to be a C7 Corvette, so. Is that a hamster?
It is not a hamster.
Not a gerbil.
Chilla.
Out of all these people, nobody has ever watched Star Wars?
Is that supposed to be a guinea pig?
I'm hanging out with the wrong geeks.
Is that Boba Fett?
No, she's gonna eat him.
Oh, that's Jango Fett.
That's the Star Wars little bird.
I saw Star Wars. That was not in Star Wars.
You did not see the newer movies then.
No.
Oh, you mean the Disney ripoff of Star Wars? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, the first 6 movies were nothing more than an intergalactic love story.
So, Sean, have
What's
you been
that,
on World of Boats lately?
Oh, I
No,
heard
I'm
everyone
thinking about
talking
playing
about
that.
this. I heard all the nerds talking about this. That's that
Porg.
character nobody likes, Jar Jar Binks, right?
No,
No.
that's the porg thing that is on the island that Luke is on, and
That's been eaten, that Chewie cooked for him.
my
It's
sister
cute,
loves
but it
those
still looks
damn
like a guinea
things.
pig.
Apparently, my sister has like 50 of those things.
This looks like a guinea pig to you. Okay.
Well, not on the bottom.
Weirdo.
Well,
You
and
know,
they are the reason. They are the reason that the ho-hos are so tiny.
Penguin, half guinea pig.
They are the reason that ho-hos have downsized to next to nothing.
Man, I could eat that in like one bite.
Ah! This is gonna get ate.
Hey, Here's what's funny.
Yeah.
Show the
No.
No, the tiny. Where are we at?
We're comparing sizes.
Those are tiny.
The Slim Jim is bigger.
Jeez. And
The
Slim
meat
Jim-
stick is bigger, and it's the
Slim
tiniest
Jim's
Slim Jim that is available.
Shredded newspapers soaked in beef broth. I mean, they made them that small.
Ow!
And there's a puppy that's saying, "Where's my Slim Jim?" Proper use of Slim Jim.
Dog food. Do you get to eat the wrapper?
Dog food. Candy for dogs.
Who's typing like a maniac?
I am.
What are you typing?
These people keep posting these stupid old stories about how the U.S. women's national team lost to a group of 15-year-olds in England, and it's like they don't read the whole story. This was like a publicity thing because the women's team was going off to a national event, and they stopped and they met these kids to, like, you know, inspire them, give them, you know, just meet and greet or whatever. And they played a friendly match, and they didn't play at full strength because they couldn't risk injuring themselves. You know, they weren't going to like collide or anything. And they lost 5-2 because they weren't even trying. They were just, you know, fucking around essentially. And like all these people are like, you still think these women should be paid as much as the men, and you think these disrespectful girls should be even representing us? And it's like 2 women on that whole team are the ones that are making all the noise, and I'm getting really sick of it.
Oh, are these the chicks that threw down the flag or something?
Yes.
One of them did, and you know what was really messed up was she didn't do it as a sign of protest. She did it because she just wasn't cognizant of what the hell she was doing.
Did she come up and go like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry"?
I think she did, like the day after, because the internet went crazy. What's amazing was the girl who ran up and picked it up was the one that had to like come out of the game with a concussion, and she still had the wherewithal to do that.
She seen it and she was like, "Oh fuck no, I'm gonna go out there and pick that up."
Yeah, she huddled with the team after the game was over, but then she saw that happen like right in front of her. She ran over and picked it up like immediately.
Then just forget that first one, never even mention her, and make that other one a hero, right?
It's like this team had 3 captains this year. One of them is the one with the purple hair. She's 34. She's probably not coming back because she'll be too old for the next one. So I think all she was doing was trying to make as much squawk as possible because this is the last time there was going to be a camera in front of her. And then the other one was the up-and-coming, my soccer wife. She's probably going to be the next one that takes over because the third one is also kind of getting on in years, and she's probably going to retire too.
Wait, Angelina's in the room and you're talking about having multiple wives?
Are you new to this whole lobby thing? Because, you know, I had country wife, and I had South African wife, and I had... Like, everybody knows this already.
I'm down for polygamy.
He's sort of like a loose Mormon. He
Yeah.
takes some of the traits of a Mormon.
Yes, I'm what you would call a whoreman. Anyway, I read this story, and I'm just, like, really sick of my local group of people constantly going on about this story, because it's like, yeah, okay, there's 2 of them that are real douchebags, and yes, the coach should have probably nipped it in the bud and say, look, the world doesn't care about our politics. We're here to represent our country, and we're here to take names and kick ass. Just stop with the nonsense or I'll bench you. And she wouldn't do it because she sort of buys into that whole propaganda nonsense anyway. So it's like they should all just go. Although the coach is brilliant. She is really good at what she does. It's just she doesn't put her foot down when it comes to teammates running their mouths.
She has not apologized for dropping the flag on the ground at all in any way, shape, or form on social media or public or in any way. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
That bitch did it on purpose. She was the one spouting off all sorts of nonsense, before the fucking thing about how she's not going to visit the White House. She's not going
wasn't
to
her, dude.
fuck. Yes, it
That
was,
wasn't her.
dude. She
No,
spouted
it
off
wasn't.
all that
That
nonsense.
was not.
And
That
that's
was not
different.
Megan Rapinoe that dropped the flag. That was not her. It was some other chick.
That would be different than just like being disrespectful to everybody involved.
Her name's Allie Long, right?
That would be
Right. She's
different
not the
than
one
just
who did
doing
that.
it in a.
Rapinoe
if
is
you-
the one that's been on interviews about that.
If you just did a football game and only the people watching the football game understood how disrespectful you are, like that's one thing. But that's like, isn't that what you're talking about? Basically, like the Olympics, like that's international level.
Yeah. Yeah. World Cup is basically the Olympics for soccer players.
So it's like international attention. She's got the international spotlight, and she gets up there and does that. I think that's irresponsible.
What happened was the two of the captains started doing like this little weird dance thing in the corner where the fans were, right? And
Dancing shouldn't be encouraged. It should be outlawed, in fact.
And then this chick come running up, and she wanted to join in on it. So she ran up, and she like it was draped across her shoulders, and she like dropped it behind her and started doing the dance thing. And then this other girl ran up and picked it up. It all happened in like.
It would have only been better if when she picked it up, she also like somehow moved and knocked the one who dropped it in disgust. If she would have like body slammed her over into the wall or something like at the same time, that would have been.
I'm just glad that like the two oldest ones are leaving because one of them was fine, but the other one's a total just cunt when it comes to like being public on camera and just shooting her mouth off. Like she's talented, yes. She earned the Golden Boot Award, fine, but it's like people came to watch you play soccer. People didn't ask you about your politics, you know? It's like I know that they're considered role model. We've done this on Matt's show several times. It's like I know that you're not supposed to talk politics at work, right? That's what most people say just for everyone else. But these people are considered like idols. And like the only place that they can open their mouth is at work because that's the only place where you see your idols. So there's a double standard there. They get to shoot their mouths off while the rest of us can't. And it's like they're the one people who shouldn't because they're basically the monkey dancing for the coin in front of, a music box. They're there to entertain us. They're not there to lecture us. They're not there to teach us.
Aren't they there to represent us, or is that just
Yes.
the
They're supposed to represent us, yes, but they're representing us by playing a game, and we're watching them play a game because people try to live vicariously through their sports heroes. It's like we can't do what they do, so we back them because we wish we could be them. And it's like we don't want them to tell us how to vote, not unless we ask them to, and nobody asked her to. Nobody asked Colin Kaepernick what he thinks, and yet this unemployed loser keeps getting publicity.
Are them soccer players like Olympics? Do they have to be? Because the Olympics, you can't be a professional, right? You got to be an amateur. Are the soccer's like that?
No, you can be a professional now. Like the NBA Olympic teams have always been professionals. The thing is I guess the most damaging thing is this is finally a sport that's supposedly gaining a lot of traction. There's finally what they call Major League Soccer in the United States. There's stadiums all over the country. There's an actual league for men
I
and
believe
women.
that is due in large part to they wear cleats all the time, so they have really good traction.
So anyway, they're gaining popularity because the world stage plus the fact that we have a lot of immigrants sort of brought on, the rise of soccer in the United States. And it's like this is a really good team when it comes to like skill and play. They're very good at what they do. It's undeniable. And they represented our nation and they did something that no other team has done since 1936. So it's like that's pretty amazing in itself. And then this whole thing at the apex of like gaining popularity and momentum, to get like sponsorship, television deals, things like that. All of this is being thrown into jeopardy because of a mouthy cunt and like two of her teammates. And it's like that needs to be squashed because it's not just what they're doing. They're affecting an entire generation of fans that were going to watch it, but now are sickened by their opinion that they're going to be like, screw this. If they're going to allow people to do this in their sport, then I don't want nothing to do with it. It's going to ruin it for everybody.
Turn it into like a political thing when it should just be like an alternative from a political thing.
Yeah. People go to to the movies, they go to see sports, they do these things to get away from their daily lives. And in their daily lives, they're probably bombarded by this crap on the news all the time, whether it's political or whatnot. And it's like, I came to be entertained. I came to get away from this, and now you're ramming it down my throat.
And that's going to backfire on them.
In spades, because it's like nobody is going to back MLS if they think that everyone is like her. They don't know, but they're not going to bother to find out. They're going to be like, fuck this. They're going to let her do that. I don't want anything to do with this whole thing. And they're just going to walk away. And it's going to stymie the growth of this for probably another like 4 or 5 years.
Wait, I have an announcement now.
Congratulations on your Booth for Shot show.
No, that's not my announcement.
Oh.
But thank you. I appreciate that. My announcement is we're going to do a crazy episode of Intention of Blank tonight, but I just found out I got to pick my fucking sister up at the airport at 8 o'clock.
So it's going to be late?
I only like to watch shows in which I have a patch from, and I can put it into my schedule.
Wait a minute, you don't have a patch?
No, I don't have a patch, and I know the patches exist, and I still don't have them.
Angelina.
It glows in the dark.
Shit.
I think you just got called out.
I got called out. Do I even have any more patches?
Do you?
Oh, yeah, I do. They're right here.
Oh, there's a gun you don't have, Sean. The double barrel AR.
I don't. Oh, I forgot what they called that thing, but yeah, I don't have that one. I don't have the Barrett, and I don't have the double barrel 1911 either, and I want all three.
So are you saying you're doing an intentionally lift blank later on tonight, though?
Are you gonna be up, Frankie?
I can be.
If I get there at 8, I'll get back here at like 9. It would be like probably 10 or 10:30 my time, which is super fucking late. Or we could do it tomorrow, I guess. Good Quark Snob show.
Yeah, because that would be pushing it 2 o'clock in the morning on my side, and I still have to work tomorrow. So yeah, we'll have to do it tomorrow.
What time do you get off work tomorrow?
I get off at 5 my time, so Eastern Standard. Unless they frustrate me enough to where I leave early, because I have 3 hours of sick time, and I freaking almost burned them today. Like, I'm so sick of my workplace. It's terrible.
What about tomorrow? 10 Eastern.
Yeah.
That's 7 for me. I don't know what time that is for everyone else.
That'll work for me.
7 for us is 10 p.m. Eastern. Right now. Well, for you always.
All right, that's what we'll do then. So we'll do it tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a patch giveaway. Maybe G-Webs will win a patch.
Damn.
Already rigged.
Rigged.
Maybe we'll do something impromptu, and this will happen, and this will happen, and this will happen.
We'll just wing it.
This is what? Whoa! Then you have to do it Tuesday night at 9 o'clock.
Quark Night Strike.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I should, since he decided.
If you're
to go
winging
fucking
it,
bitch
I mean
the
that's
other
kind
day.
of that's the
What?
ethos of that show.
Yeah, maybe
Or
I should
snob.
Quark Night Strike.
Or obnoxious one.
No, I wouldn't Quark.
I can't watch Obnoxious One because I don't have a patch. I like that idea. I think that's great. If you don't have a patch, I can't watch your show. Sorry.
Wait a minute. So the only show that I can watch is the Daily Gun Show and Intentionally Left Blank. That's it.
Woohoo! It worked.
There we go.
Because I got a couple of G's patches, so.
Oh, well, that's Gun website. That's Gunchannels, actually.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and pay it forward on that. Because I like watching the Daily Gun Show in between my breaks at work.
So you actually watch when you're working.
She catches them the day after.
Great. But yeah, they're a day old by the time I start watching them, just because it happens so late.
Well, you need to check with your employer, because a lot of times if you're watching the Daily Gun Show, during working hours, not only do you get to take a paid break, but it also applies towards continuing education. So a lot of times you'll get a raise if you just watch the show a couple of times.
Ooh.
Also, we're working on a deal to get free healthcare if you're listening to the show.
Okay.
It might be Bob fixing your stuff through email, but it'll be free.
Hey, since we're talking about shows, what are we gonna do August 1st when the hangout thing goes away? Like for real though. Do we have a plan? Do we have something?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking anybody because I didn't really know anything about hangouts going away. I've heard it said a couple of times, but I haven't really, known what was going on until today. What is it that you
I don't know nothing about nothing.
Did you see what my buddy Clay put on that video that I posted? He's like, whatever that shiny thing on your floor is annoying. I'm like, that's called sunlight. People generally go out at it, but I'll give you a mulligan with all this god-awful heat. Super, super hot. Yeah, so big fat Greek X had to, I think she had to put down one of her boxers today.
Oh, that's sad.
I mean, there's a whole policy against dead puppies and talking about horrible things with puppies and anything like that.
Wow. That's why I posted my puppy, because it'd probably help cheer her up a bit, because her boxer was only 9, but it was peeing blood for the last couple of days, and most of us know what that usually means on a neutered female. It's usually bladder cancer, and sure as shit it was. So, wow. I have to write this. I didn't know roll call was chicken. What do you call him? Collector? Farmer?
Brooder?
Well, it's a hobby to him, right? He's not doing this for a living. He's doing this because it's an interest of his. He picked up a very interesting rooster today. The coloring on it's amazing. My aunt actually had several of them in the backyard. They were the ones that have fur that look like hair instead of actual feathers. Silky chickens or something like that. And I think it was a possum or something got into the roost and killed them all. I was like, that sucks. Sorry.
Let's see, what do you call a person who raises chickens?
Yeah, as pets.
A person who raises domestic fowls, especially chickens, to sell as meat is called a chicken farmer.
I don't think he's eating them. I think he's just having them as pets.
Well, I don't know if they differentiate, but I think it's just called a chicken farmer.
Anyway, I threw that freaking curveball at roll call's post. I was like, that's a mighty fine cock you've got there. I've never seen one with these colors before. It's a black rooster, right? But it's got white main feathers with black borders around it. So they look like scales. It's really weird. I'm creeped out looking at it, but I'm fascinated by it.
Angelina, are you by your phone?
Not really.
Can you?
He got a duck too.
Yeah. Just a second. I'm trying to put this in.
It just post.
And not get killed by the white dog.
Don't get killed by a white dog, please. I think that would make the dog red. We don't need that.
What are you doing to me?
What if she gets killed by cuteness though? That wouldn't change the color of the dog.
No, it wouldn't.
Ah,
Unless
not
the dog
bladder
had-
cancer. Good, good. She didn't have to put her down. Sweet. I just got the update.
Yeah, well, next time get the update before you start saying all that horrible stuff about
Well,
puppies.
because
Yeah,
she
don't
got,
depress us.
she sent me the messages, and then she got quiet for like 4 hours, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? I kept sending her texts like, what's going on? What's going on? Now she finally wrote back. Let's see. She has a lot of crystals, plus red and white blood cells in her urine. Special diet is to prevent bladder stones, which would eventually lead to surgery, which she can't survive. But she will now be on a special diet for the rest of her life. Okay.
Oh my god, what are you doing?
Typing.
No, not you.
Where's my messages on my computer?
That's wrong.
Show off. My buddy's shop was like, people say we only work on old cars. Nope. He's got 6 Corvettes and 3 new Camaros parked out front. Ugh.
Excuse me.
Reb, where you at? Come on, Reb.
I love this movie so much. You guys ever seen American Assassin?
No.
One is it?
American Assassin.
Is that the one with the girls?
There is a girl, but it's mostly about this guy. Let's see. His girlfriend is killed when they're on like a vacation by some gunmen that open fire on a beach, and so he becomes like this anti-hero who wants to get rid of the terrorist cell, so he goes after them, except for a special branch of the CIA or something grabs a hold of him, and now he's trained for them. Then they go after a big bad dude.
I've seen it. I don't know if I remember it too well.
I have it playing in the background right now. Like really enjoying it. Though I will say, there's this movie that was not very big called Den of Thieves. Towards the end of the movie, when the FBI guy is going after the bank robbers, they do this whole like gunfight scene, and it's probably one of the most accurate things I've ever seen on TV as far as gunplay ever. It's fun. Hey, here. Here's a figure.
Oh, hello, Mama Sean.
The mother is here. Okay, let me get my interview pad. We're gonna interview this lady. What is Sean's most embarrassing thing he's ever done in his life? Let's get some dirt.
She'd probably tell you too.
Yeah. Didn't become a doctor.
Should have been a doctor. I told that boy.
Apparently, that's a thing with the South Koreans.
Yeah. It was the thing with my mom too. She wanted me to be a doctor. Yeah, pastor. So pastor doctor. Or doctor pastor.
Don't look at him like that.
It was so weird getting home at 5. I can't believe it's only 7:37 here. I feel like it should be 9. I need to be going to bed.
I gotta drive to the airport, and I do not want to do that.
Oh, I don't want you to do that either. I want you to stay here and talk to me all night and maybe do a show.
Yeah, I got the thing. I thought their flight was like coming in like now. They're like, oh no, it lands at 8. And I was like, fuck.
But it doesn't.
Oh, they land at 8. But the
So
airport's
figure
like
half
an
an hour at least for them to get their bags.
Usually LAX kicks you out pretty quick, especially at that time of night, but dude, who the fuck knows?
All depends on what airline you're flying to.
I did Delta when I did my first flight. Oh, okay. First and only, because I did it. I guess you call it round trip if you go there and come back.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never want to fly again. It's not being in a plane that was the problem to me. It was all the other.
They need to like make a premium flight with no children allowed.
Yes. Absolutely. They need to make a premium
People would fucking
everything.
pay big money for that.
Isn't that first class though? How often do people drag kids up to first class? So isn't that sort of like being alone? I mean, you got to pay more for it.
No, there's fucking kids in there all the time.
No, but in first class you can still hear the kids in the back. Economy rows.
Should have like white noise machines if you're paying that kind of money.
I want to go on one of those new, I think they're the British Airways,
Come here, crazy.
where they've got the freaking little cubby for you, where the seat can turn into a fucking bed and shit. And you got your own like, computer terminal and shit.
What is it? Emirates, the one that goes to Dubai. They do that.
Oh yeah, I've heard those are nice.
They should make airplanes look like a pickle and all these little domes, and everybody can just have their own seat, their own little dome to stick their head out of.
I like that idea.
Everybody see the video of the Coast Guard guy jumping on the narco sub?
Yep.
17,000 pounds of cocaine.
Oh, nice.
You know how pissed the CIA is right now?
You know how pissed whoever's cocaine is right now, that is?
The CIA.
John, did your dog pee on the carpet? Because in this video on Instagram, it looks like there's a wet spot on the carpet.
No, that big bright thing was the sunlight going through my window.
I don't know. It seems like that.
What
Trust
are
me,
you
if you peed on the
doing?
floor, I would have stepped in it by now.
What are you doing, crazy?
Me?
No, the dog's like laying on her bed next to me, rolling on it and like wrapping herself in the blanket and covering her head and then
Oh, you're
passing
saying
out.
blanky.
No, I said crazy because she's crazy.
You're
Hey, don't do that.
Wow. I really am not hearing right. I'm not getting that yet, Elsa. Check it out. Come here.
Angelina Friends is the best show ever.
Nope.
I'm kidding. I'd never watched a fucking episode of that crap.
Worst show ever.
Somebody did send me by mistake the entire series of Friends on Blu-ray though. Like it was they sent they sent the wrong thing in their return, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? And my boss is like, watch it. I'm like, you watch it and then tell me you'll ever suggest that again.
And what happened?
He didn't watch it. He just left it on my desk. And he's like, do something with that. And I'm like, no.
You guys didn't try and sell it? I mean, you'd probably get $20 out of it.
Nah. I've got like 4 copies of Solo: A Star Wars Story. I've got the entire first season of what was that show? The Tudors. I kind of want to watch that. I heard it was pretty good.
It is good. I just can't believe you have 4 copies of Solo. I mean, that one wasn't great.
I have it, but I haven't watched it. I have 4 copies of it and I haven't watched it.
Why do you have 4 copies?
Because people, bootleggers mainly, are buying my drives and my machines, my duplicator machines, thinking they can copy retail movies, and they can't. And then they send it back, and they're like, this thing doesn't work. And I'm like, I hit them with a restocking fee. Instead of 15%, I hit them with one that's 25%. And then, like, if they buy the big machine, I hit them for $84 in shipping. So their $450 machine gets them back like a $260 refund. And I'm like, I dare you to try to contest this so I can send pictures of you trying to illegally bootleg with this machine with the copies and the discs you left inside it. And nobody has ever done a chargeback since. Every time they do that, I hit them that hard, and they just have to eat it. So I have 4 copies of Solo. One of them's on DVD, and 2 of them are on Blu-ray, and one of them's on HD 4K BDXL or some crazy thing.
I'm not getting you a treat right now, Elsa. You only have one left. You need to save it. No.
Whoa, wait a minute. Somebody ragtopped a Dodge Charger.
Rag topped it.
Yeah, but they did a good job doing it.
Why would you do that?
Like, they chopped the hardtop off, right? The new Dodge Charger. Oh, wait a minute. No, I know what's going on. They
What?
took a Ford Mustang convertible and they grafted the front clip and the rear end of a Dodge Charger in its place. Like, I recognize that roof line. So it's a Mustang middle, and then they stuck a Charger front nose and a Charger rear tail on it. And then, like, body filled it and painted it and cleaned it up. It actually looks really good. I hate to say it.
Show me.
You want to see it? All right, I'll send it to you. It's not terrible looking, if I'm honest. There we go. Get that in frame. Bam.
I'm killing Nazis in a wheelchair on a submarine.
What are you playing?
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein?
Ooh. You have exquisite taste in gaming.
Yeah, I love Wolfenstein. I was disturbed though because it made me shoot my dog.
Oh, what?
Like it was like a
texted it over to you.
flashback, so you had to shoot your dog because your dad made you shoot your dog as a kid or something. I didn't like that. Oh, F you, dude. Get out of here.
Wow. Wow.
See, it's not terrible, right? Like it's weird, but it doesn't look terrible. Like I can think of cars that were factory built that are worse, i.e. the new Chevy Blazer. Some idiot thought, hey, let's put a Camaro front end and stretch it over the nose of a Chevy Traverse, and we'll call it the Blazer.
You know,
Unbelievable.
you're not the first person I heard complain about this. I still haven't
It's
seen this.
garbage.
One of my coworkers' husband used to work with us.
I'm sorry, that is garbage. They're following this stupid trend of, well, if Lamborghini can create an SUV by putting a freaking Gallardo front end on some garbage on the back, we can do it too. So Ferrari did it, and then now Chevrolet's like, hey, this Blazer wasn't worse enough. Let's do it with a Corvette front end, and they're actually thinking about it. Whatever happened to just being creative and making something new, or making something retro that looked like something from before, instead of ruining the history and tradition of what came before it?
We don't speak of that enough. That's not this world.
I hate to say this, but Ford is actually doing it right these days, if you think about it. Because they got that new Bronco coming out, and it's a tribute to the ones from before, and they didn't screw it up. Like, Chevrolet needs to put the natty lights down and take the crayons away from that millennial idiot that's designing the new Blazer.
Well, who's the millennial? Do we know his name?
Whoever designed the new Blazer, it's probably something like Aiden or Caden or Jaden or something like that, because that's what most of those idiots are named.
Aiden, Jaden.
Yeah.
I think we should actively try and name somebody.
Because, like, you know somebody at Chevrolet who's probably old school and still old hat is standing there with, like, the heaviest torque wrench he could find, and he just wants to club him in the back of the head like a seal. And I would say to that old man, if you're listening today, just do it. They'll let you off for temporary insanity, I promise. I'll be your defense attorney. I'll get you off of that charge. Oh, that's fantastic. This guy Ralph, he follows me on Facebook because he used to listen to the lobbies all the time, and he sent me a picture of a cloud, and it looks like an alligator holding a revolver. It's brilliant. I'll save that for posterity. Which one? Oh, I guess I gotta jump back and look at that now. Oh, now I get it. What? No way. Oh.
All kinds of shows are starting. I'm gonna jump out. Post actually let link over there so everybody knows about it. When you go live. Oh no, you're going live.
Winnebago.
You said you're gonna go live tomorrow.
Yep. I'll
Okay.
post a thing.
All right, talk to you later.
See you later.
Yep. We gotta get in that Winnebago. Back in the day, drug dealers used to buy all the kids on the block ice cream, gave kids money for good grades, used to throw back-to-school block parties, gave out turkeys and bikes around the holidays. Okay, that was Frank something or other from American Gangster. That was true. Gave out turkeys and bikes around the holidays. Used to have all the neighborhood kids race down the block and give the winner $10 to $100. Them old school drug dealers was clutch. You new guys don't do shit for the community except snitch and pass out babies and STDs. That's true. The game has changed.
Drug dealers.
Want to turn $40 into $400? Put the $40 in your gas tank and drive your dumb ass to work.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
about
yeah.
how it happens.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. Megan Rapinoe's brother. So she's the one that's making all the noise from the World Cup team, right? He was once in a white supremacist gang, and he's been inked from his neck down with swastika tattoos. That's a model citizen. Wow. Like, seriously, wow. Oh, I wish I had one of those.
One of what?
Uh, a bulldog.
Oh, my dad has a bulldog.
English bulldog.
Yep. That's what he's got.
That's what I was going for this time, and then I ended up with Yorkies. Where did I go so horribly wrong?
Or
Oh yeah, I listened to David Bowling. But to be fair, they're great dogs. I can't deny that.
yeah,
It's
they're
just
nice.
now I'm just stuck with them for like the next 10 or 12 years. So now I can't get bulldogs until I don't have these two anymore. It wouldn't be right. If I got bulldogs, they would probably just eat them.
No, they would be. My dad's bulldog lives with a Yorkie. They're like a
Really?
cute little pair.
Huh. I may just do that then.
They kind of like offset each other because the bulldog, like, she wants to play a lot and the Yorkie just kind of wants to hang out a lot. So she like makes the Yorkie play.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone's running around in a little dog gang.
These two they're toys with batteries that never die. They feed off of one another too, which is crazy. It's like my mom tried to blame the female, Cleo, for it constantly just like going at Alex, right? Constantly. And then like one day I was sitting there holding her, and Alex comes running over, jumps in my lap, and smacks her across the face. And then bites her tail. And she's got a half tail. And I looked at her and I'm like, you see this shit? I was like, you see this, right? This is happening right in front of us.
Yeah, shit.
You need to see this. All right, so Scott's going to become a 40 guy tomorrow.
Oh, are you?
Well, I don't own one.
Yeah. I still think it's weird that my 2 extra mags and my 200 rounds of Spear Gold Dot showed up before my Enfield, and I ordered those 2 things 3 days after the Enfield. But whatever, it's all here now. The week is over.
So have you shot yours yet?
My 40?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, and I did find out you can swap the hammer.
Yeah, I know. I already ordered one.
From where?
The only problem is I'm probably not going to use it. The reason that the 4006 doesn't have a hammer, you're going to find out tomorrow. When you get
Hammer
yours, no. When you get yours, pull the trigger, and as it goes backwards, grab it, and then cock it back manually, and then let go of the trigger, right? And you will see how far back that trigger is against the beaver tail. And then you have to imagine a spur coming off the back of that hammer. Not only is the hammer going to go over the back of the beaver tail and smack the web of your hand, it's going to smack the beaver tail and cut a groove into it. I've seen people with pictures of that already. So, like, I went ahead and ordered it, but I'm probably not going to put it on the 4006. I'll probably just put it on the 5906 because my 5906 is a MIM hammer, right? And it's got pit marks in it, so I'll probably just change it out with the new one.
Well, see, if it does that, I'll just bob it.
The beaver tail?
No, the hammer.
It's not that big. That's what I'm getting at. The hammer's not that long.
All I want
just
is
long
enough
enough.
of a nub to actually.
Oh, I mean,
cock it.
like I figured it out pretty quick. You just pull the trigger, and as soon as it starts moving back, you can grab it with your left hand and just pull it back yourself. There's nothing to it.
Yeah, but I don't want to pull the trigger to go to single action.
That's what I'm saying. You pull it just enough to get the hammer to start moving, and then you grab the hammer and you can cock it back yourself. Just let go. As soon as it starts moving and you can put your thumb on it, you can let go of the trigger and then cock it back. It's not that big of a deal. Just be aware that the safety on these is decocker only. So as soon as you flip that thing down, it's going to decock it and it's going to get in the way of the firing.
That, and I got to see if it's possible to remove that thing that I don't like that it has.
The mag disconnect?
Yeah.
It's easy. Basically what you got to do is you take a sight pusher and you push the sight from right to left about halfway out, and there's this little spring and a little chunk of like white Delrin plastic. As soon as the spring pops out, go ahead and like take down the pistol so you can get the slide off, and that Delrin piece will drop off, and then just put the pistol back together.
That's
So
the
that
mag
way-
disconnect?
Yeah, that little piece of plastic inside, it's spring loaded. So like if you take the slide off, you can push down on that plastic piece with like a punch, but because there's a spring behind it, it's going to keep kicking it back out, right? The only way to get the spring out is to knock the front side out. So you just have to push the front side out, the spring pops out, and then you just take that little plastic piece, let that fall out, put it all back together. Sight back in, no spring, no Delrin, boom, you're back in business.
Yeah.
I'm doing that to all three of my guns. Like that thing is fucking, you can take mag disconnects and just shove it up your ass. I don't like those.
No. That's why literally the first thing I did after cleaning my M57 was snapped off the damn disconnect.
Yeah. That was the easiest one.
Oh yeah.
Like I took the
Exposed right
slide
there.
off and I was pulling the trigger and I was looking at it. I was like, is that really all it is? Is this one little chintzy piece of metal? And I stuck a punch under it and just went dink.
I used a jeweler's screwdriver.
Yeah, I just flipped it up. Originally I bent it upward until it yielded, so it was still there. And then I was pulling the trigger and I was like, yeah, it works fine. And then I put the new grip on and I thought, you know what? Eventually this is going to push on this enough to get it to re-enable. I'm like, I
Have
don't
you
want
shot
that
yet?
No. Dude, my arthritis has been stupid.
Dude, that thing is so soft shooting.
With the comp on it?
Yeah. Well, no, I haven't shot mine with the comp, but even without the comp, it's like softer shooting than a 9mm.
Are you shooting PPU through it?
Yeah.
That stuff is loaded pretty soft. Compared to the Romanian stuff, it's loaded really light.
Yeah, because I've got a bunch of the PPU hollow point.
Oh, that's right. You got the hollow point stuff. Like I picked up an extra box of ball. I got all the Tokarev ball ammo that my FFL had.
Well, they make Red Army Standard too.
I know, and I bought that yesterday, but I only bought it for the Makarov, and I was very pleasantly surprised that it's brass cased. I'm like, yes, I can finally shoot the Makarov at the indoor range.
So when you show up and they're like, "Oh, can we inspect your ammo?" Yeah, here, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, boom. Actually, now that I mentioned it, I'm gonna go ahead and fucking download the magazine because I got the steel shit in it still. Get this shit out of here, right meow. I still got the box of the steel case shit somewhere. All right, yeah, with this Makarov stuff, I don't care about steel case ammo. It's just my range does. All right, where's the box? This one. That feels light. The right one. What's really cool is the range packs of Red Army Standard. They come out to $10 a box, so I'm gonna start making a habit of buying it. My FFL carries them.
So I will tell you, the Red Army Standard
Yeah.
is loaded pretty light.
Is it? That's fine.
It's very inconsistent powder-wise too.
I didn't buy this stuff to.
I don't know who Century's got making it.
How the hell is there cosmoline in the magazine follower? This is gross. Man, every time I clean this gun, I swear to God, more cosmoline just shows up. It's like in-laws or something. That's weird. There's 2 bricks of 25 in the box of Red Army Standards. Oh well. I'll make this work. Oh shit. You know what's funny is I was doing my paperwork yesterday for my Enfield, and my FFL was like, "Oh," I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Apparently we're still waiting on your Smith & Wesson." And I looked at him, I'm like, "It's been 5 weeks, dude." So that ain't here yet. Truth be told, I don't want it to be here anytime soon now because I fucking tapped out. I paid my bills off a little early. I think that's it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep. Didn't you set that?
Makarovs are 8-rounders, right?
What?
Makarovs are 8-rounders, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like trying to force number 9 in. I'm like, wait a minute, something's not working here.
Same as regular Tokarevs.
No, Makarov, a Makarov.
Yeah, but the Tokarevs, the normal ones, except for the M57s, are 8 rounds also.
Oh yeah, TT-33, yeah. Uh-oh, I'm missing one. Is there one in the chamber? Uh-oh. Yep, there it is. All right, boom. Yeah, I'm not really like I'm not snobbish on steel case ammo because I got a ton of it. It's so cheap, you know. Like every time I go to a academy and they've got those boxes of Monarch, which is just Reebok CPU, I buy every one of them I can get because they don't carry very many very often. So I buy up all their 9 Mac there. Oh wait, I can do this legit, huh? Put this in here. Put up the safety. Chambered, right? We're chambered? We're chambered. How am I worried about? I'm not going to shoot the Mac until I get a couple more boxes of the range packs because I hate going to the range with only 50 rounds of something. That's like, what, 4 minutes worth of ammo? No. Gee, I wonder if I'm going to get to eat dinner tonight. It's awfully quiet in my kitchen.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering on the you got the M57, right?
Yes, sir.
Do all of them have the magazine cut off?
Yes, but it's very, very easy to modify that out. Like, it's the easiest thing you've ever seen.
Okay.
It's just, you literally take off the grip, and you see that little metal piece on the inside, and you just flip it in and break it off. That's it. There's nothing to it.
Okay.
I know it seems like blasphemy to take it apart like that, but these TT-57, or sorry, these M57s, these safeties were added as an afterthought, so they did as little as possible just to get them installed into the gun. They just milled out a groove and stuck a piece of spring steel in there. It's almost an insult to the original design. So you just reach in there with like a flat blade and you rip it right off and break it off.
Now, is this something they had to do for the BATF, or was that part of the design for the military?
Honestly, I don't know. I think the military didn't care because, I mean, the gun had a half-cock.
Yeah.
Frame safety was redundant. They just added all this redundant garbage
I think it was an afterthought for the military.
Probably. Like the half cracker's plenty. It locks the trigger. It locks the slide. There's nothing you can do until you cock it all the way back.
Right.
I took
I
that
think
off.
they
I took
had
the
too
frame
many people
safety off.
shooting themselves.
Like as soon, yeah, because people with nothing but time and a gun in a holster, they just sit there and finger it and they play with it until it goes off. But yeah, there's nothing to it. I mean, when I took the grips off, the frame safety just popped right out. Like you just pull it straight out, and there's this hole on both sides where it passes through. But the grips that I bought and the grips that Scott bought, they cover the holes because they were designed for a gun that didn't have that stupid afterthought safety.
Even though I still have the trigger safety, which doesn't
you got
work.
the dingus. See, that's the thing. After seeing what you went through with the dingus, and you know how I want to get a second one of these, right? I think I'm just going to get another one like the one I've got because I'm trying to simplify it as much as possible, and this trigger is just one solid piece of metal, so I'm probably just going to get another one of these.
Now, my problem with the trigger dingus is I like having it, but I know I'm going to swap it out. What I like is you don't have some big gaping freaking hole in the side of your frame.
Right.
Or slide like they do now with the new ones.
Right, where they put them actually in the slide instead of
like
above the grip.
Zastavas, they're available now.
Well,
they're like $4.99.
The only ones I've seen so far with the safety built into the slide were the M70s, the 9mm ones. I've seen tons of those with them in the slide, but I haven't seen a Tokarev one yet. Like all those
I
I've seen
believe Atlantic has them.
They can keep them.
Don't buy from Atlantic. They'll screw you.
That and the other thing Zastava had. Did you see they brought in? I forget the number, but it was several hundred of the Yugoslavian M91s. They sold out of them in one day. They were $3,500.
Oh, you're talking about that PSL clone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, they're hot.
I can't stand the damn stock on them, though.
My local's got a PSL. Every time I walk in, I stare at it.
Yeah, one of mine has one.
I think he wants like $1,900 for it, though. Which is $1,200 more than my friend offered it to me 6 years ago. I was like, fuck. Now, I've come to the conclusion that next time I AK, I'm going all the way. I'm going M72V1. We're going straight
They brought
to
in M70s.
I'm going straight to RPK.
My local, he's actually got RPDs. Not for sale. Because they're class 3s.
So I'm part of this group called the Drunk People.
Shocking.
And, yeah, this dude posted a picture of these two chicks, right? One's holding a bottle of wine, the other one's holding 2 glasses. And it says, Italian wine has never tasted better. Join us for exclusive family recipes, food and wine pairings, party planning tips, and so much more. And they're looking at each other with like bedroom eyes, right? And the dude's like, this looks like the beginning of a porn. So I responded, yeah, that's something I can get behind, especially the left one in the sundress. Animal. What? An 11-year-old girl was pregnant 6 times in 4 years in Britain's worst child abuse scandal. Wait, did this happen in London? Let's find out if this happened in London first.
Probably. Or one of the other predominantly raghead areas.
Let's see. The worst child abuse scandal, which affected up to 1,000 girls for 40 years. They have something called sex gangs. targeted girls as young as 11 who were lured from their families to be drugged, beaten, and raped in an epidemic that victims believe is still going on. 3 people were murdered, 2 others died in tragedies linked to the scandal, with children suffering at the merciless hands of perverts and torturers in Telford,